Of them. Hello everyone, welcome back. It is your girl. It's another Wednesday, and it is your favorite girl, Martha Gift, aka Mama Bike, and I am the one and only original Mrs. Maeke. Remember, guys, for those who are seeing this face for the very first time, this girl comes here every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time, 4 p.m. Cameroon time, to discuss with you all out there, live for Africans in the diaspora. We discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. We do not limit ourselves to any continent nor any country. Like, we do not take anybody's opinion for granted. Remember, your voice is very, very important. Your opinion counts. Your experience is very important because you don't know who is listening. You don't know who is out there who just needed to hear that your experience. And today we are coming up with something very hot. Guys, let's share. Let's share. Let's power tap our screen. Let's share the live broadcast so we get more participants into the house. Remember, your experience counts. Your opinion, you sharing that testimony is already a testimony. You get it? It's not easy to find kind people who are willing to share, people who are willing to encourage others, people who are willing to motivate. You get? So please power tap your screen, share the live broadcast so we get more participants. We'll start by welcoming those we have in the house already. Hello, Mr. Abbas Kolibu. Thanks for joining. Prince, thanks for joining. Malius, thanks for joining. Smith Valmuke, thanks for joining. Sus, thanks for joining. Kelly Charlotte, thanks for joining. Hello, Mama Ken Congo, thanks for joining. And I see Mr. Elvis, thanks for joining. Hello, Mr. Think With Me, I see you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining again. Hello, Mr. Mulongai, thanks for joining. Yes. Hello, Mrs. Pinky, or it's Miss Pinky. Thanks for joining. Janet, thanks for joining. Okay. So today we have this word. Okay, let me just rephrase this for those who are just joining. We come live every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. time, 7 p.m. UAE time and 4 p.m. Cameroon time, to discuss about life for Africans, the harsh realities. We want the truth out there. We want those who are back in Africa to be aware of what is happening to Africans in the diaspora. We want them to know it's not easy. It's not easy to get a job. It's not easy to keep a job. And it's not easy to save. You get it? Thank you so much, Mr. Sunday. Yes, like there are 3 things involved. It's not easy to get a job. It's not easy to keep a job. When you finally get the job, it's not easy to keep it. And while you're on that job, it's not easy to save up money. Yes. So please power tap your screen, share the live broadcast so we get more participants. And I urge you all out there, if you know you're a good speaker, if you're in the diaspora, you're a good speaker. I mean, you're an excellent speaker. Nobody is limited. We limit ourselves, but nobody is limited. I have my classmates. When they look at me today, they're like, Martha, so you can talk in front of camera. You keep putting your camera up there to speak to people. Why? Because Martha was the shy type. Martha was the shemi, always covering my face, always doing like this. But it got to a time I started asking myself questions. Like, being timid, can it profit me? Can it better my life? Can I grow being timid? Like, I'm always ashamed, always covering myself, hiding myself somewhere, always very far away from people. Will it profit me? And the answer is no. The answer I got was no. Thank you so much, Mr. Samwise. Thank you so much for the gifts. Guys, please, gift your girl. Even if you don't want to gift me, just power tap your screen. Hello, Susan Wambo. Thanks for joining. Power tap your screen for me. I realize shemi not the profit anybody. Then I started saying, I have to use my mouth. I have this voice for a reason. I'm still alive for a reason. So I have to talk. And Martha is here. So if you're there, no, you're important. If you're not important to anyone else, you're important to me. Hello, Mommy Favor Grace. Thanks for joining. You're important to me. Because just the fact that you're here watching me right now, It's more than enough. It's more than enough. Hello, Mr. Armstrong. Thanks for joining. Greetings to you, whatever your time may be. Please, Mr. Armstrong, help us and share the live. Power tap your screen. Invite someone to join us. Hello, Mr. Kenzie Chimex. Thanks for joining. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Samwise. Thank you. By the grace of God, the voice will get there because I have people like you motivating me. I have people like you, people like Mr. Emma's God, people like Teacher B, people like Mr. Think With Me, like I have people like Mr. Elvis, people like my own Mama Ken Kongo. She's always like, these people are always there saying, girl, you're doing a great job. Girl, you can do it. Keep it up, keep it up. And it's because of you all that I'm still standing, that I still have the courage to mount up my camera and keep talking. I appreciate you all so much. Now we have this word. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramses. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate. So we have this word and it was up there for a very long time, grandiosity. And because I know I have amazing speakers, I had to put it up there because we agreed that we'll be coming up with topics that can help improve our lives, can help develop, can help impact our community. And we said we'll be coming up with these topics and I'll be posting so people can do some research and come up with valid points that when we come live, we'll be sharing, because these are amazing speakers, have always been here. They have always been here to contribute, to chip in their contributions. And we are getting somewhere. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. Thank you so much, Mr. Samwise. Yes, we can build ourselves. If I know one sentence, I add it to your own one sentence. You will know two sentences. And if you add yours to mine, I will know two. If the third person comes and add his own, I will know three. Like, we'll be sharing our ideas. And we'll all have an idea of what is in your mind, what is in my mind, what is in our neighbor's mind. And if we combine it together, we'll be stronger and better when we meet a stranger. Very positive. Very positive. That is just it. So, if you want to participate, if you have an idea and you want to share something with us, you can send us a request or tell me in the comment section and I will bring you up. It will make us stronger. I'll bring you up. So the word actually is grandiosity, and it refers to that will indeed make us stronger. Yeah, like I said, yeah. So the word is grandiosity, like I said, and it's a word for the belief that oneself is enough. It's enough. When you believe in yourself, you keep telling yourself, I am enough. I am better. Like, it's like you keep prophesying to yourself. You believe so much that the way God created you is just enough. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be subtracted. No. This one is enough. And again, that same word, grandiosity, in another sense. Wow, Mr. Samwise, people are here hyping you, huh? People are here hyping you. They love you so much. Hello, CM. Thanks for joining. The same word, grandiosity, refers to the sense of selffulness. Like, that selffulness, that you're enough, and self-importance. And most of these people who are aware that they are selfful, they are always attacked. People are always struggling to bring these people down. They're always struggling to give you the impression that it's a lie. All this your confidence you have, it is a lie. You're not enough. You're lacking this. You cannot speak Arabic. You cannot speak French. Your English is not perfect. So when
You have so many people, like almost everybody around you will be attacking you. They will be trying to
Hello,
make you. Hello, Mr. Samuel.
how are you, my young sister?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I am very good and I am honored to be with you.
Hmm.
And I am really wanting to help our community. We are like a wall, okay? Each brick makes this wall impenetrable and strong. So we always have to stay together. This is just a humble person advice.
Hmm.
And that's what I wanted to say and share. I hope this would help and make us all as a community, as people, stronger together, hand on hand. One hand cannot clap.
Yeah,
And thank you very much. I'm going to take my leave now,
you're
and
welcome.
hopefully, we'll meet again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming up and for at least.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. We really do appreciate you for coming, and we pray you keep coming because we are live every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time. And I like giving. Where are you from, please?
I am from Kuwait.
Oh, like your country of origin.
Yes, ma'am.
You're from Kuwait?
Yes, I am from Kuwait.
Oh, amazing. Okay. I'm surprised
Why
because
you seem
your
so surprised?
yeah, because your profile picture you look like you're an African.
This is my color.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Thank you for having me. Well, you have a great day, and I hope to see everyone else safe and sound.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you for coming. From Kuwait.
Take care. Bye bye.
Amazing. Bye. Hello, Soft Life. Thanks for joining.
Okay, we have another guest already. Who is this? Uh, guys, please permit me to say something. Some of these Arabic people are actually sending their requests. I don't know if they have any contribution to make up here, but it will be pointless bringing them, right? Please just tell me in the comment section. Tell me in the comment section. Hello, Mr. Aaron Chair. Thanks for joining. Soft Life, I see you. Malik, thanks for joining. And I appreciate all those who are power tapping, all those who are liking the live broadcast. You guys are so amazing. No, there's another guest here, and he's an Arabic person, and he doesn't even have a profile picture. That's why I didn't bring him up. I didn't bring him up. Okay, I sure will. That particular he's gone. It's like because I spoke about it, he left. Roro Wooly, thanks for joining. I see he said we move. Yes, we really do move. What I said is our topic of the day is on grandiosity. I had about 100 persons that saw that. I don't know if any of you saw it, and I was requesting that we all do research on it and we come with our own ideas so we can share together. Ah, today it's like we have most of these Arabic people coming up. Since you guys said it's okay for me to accept, I have accepted this one. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Thanks for joining.
Yes, thank you.
Please tell us your name, where you're streaming from, and your country of origin.
Okay, I'm Stephen from Gambia.
Oh, Gambia.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. Wow, we are glad to have you.
And you?
I'm streaming from UAE.
You, which country of origin?
I'm from Cameroon.
Okay, okay, that's good. Cameroon.
Yeah. And you, your country of origin?
Who? Map again? Come
Your
again?
country of origin, please.
It's Gambia, Gambia. I'm
Okay,
in UAE
amazing.
also.
So, please, I would like to ask, have you traveled out of Gambia?
Yes, I'm in UAE right now.
Okay. So I'm sure you know about this platform, and we are discussing about life for Africans in the diaspora. We discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I love this your country of origin because I have had about three friends from the country. Yes, they
Okay.
came actually from YouTube.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, I really do love them. They are nice. They are calm and welcoming. Also, do you have any contribution
Okay.
for us today? Do you have any experience you want to share? You have a question, or you get? Wait,
I'm just getting in, so I don't know what is
okay,
the topic
okay. So
going on.
every
So
Wednesday
maybe
and
for a
Friday,
while I'll listen.
every
Maybe.
Wednesday and Friday we come live 7 p.m. UAE time to discuss about life of Africans in the diaspora.
Yes.
And when we are live, some
Okay.
people come and share their experiences. They share their testimony. The
Okay.
testimony of how good the country has been towards them, of how bad the country has been, how nice the people have been, how bad the people have been, the good, the bad, and the ugly experiences.
Okay.
Yeah. Your background is noisy.
It's nice, you know.
Yeah.
I'm with them on my accommodation with my brothers. That's why.
Okay, okay. So do you have anything for us? When you came to
Yeah.
UAE, was it so sweet? Was it sour? Was it bitter?
Uh, yeah, yeah, it's never easy. Sometimes you be here without work like this. To life without work is not easy in UAE. You have to pay for your bed space and everything, accommodation or feeding. Sometimes you find it difficult if you don't have a job. So and also to have a job here is never easy. Like us Africans, yeah, our name is not good in this country.
So you
Sometimes
think
they
it's affecting most
take you to
Africans?
work, they never. Yes, yes, it's affecting most people. Sometimes they'll take you for work, never give you salary. You cannot go anywhere and complain, fight for a right.
When
So
you
that's really affecting us.
mhm. Now when we talk about fighting for your right,
Yes.
it's all like the topic of today is actually grandiosity, which is it refers to that the sense of selffulness and self-importance. One of our greatest problems is that most of us Africans, it's like we don't know our worth. We don't know our self-importance.
Yes.
You get? And some of these people
Yes.
may be doing whatever they're doing to you because they see you greater than you even see yourself. Some
Yes.
of them are attacking you because of what they see in you, the potentials, but you are not
Yes.
using it. That's the
So
impression I want us to have. I don't want us to keep
yes.
complaining that they are maltreating us, they are treating us badly. No, we should have that mindset of we are not going to be rude towards them, but we should think the other way around. If they're attacking us, it's because they
Yes.
see the ability in you. And it's like some
Yes.
of them are even asking themselves, but why is this person this good and he's not utilizing it? He's not utilizing it. He's not using it.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think low of yourself when the person next to you is even scared of you without you knowing? Oh my God, bro, I'll bring you down because your surrounding is noisy.
I'm so sorry. His environment is very, very noisy. You get, it's because of that mindset that most of us Africans, we are already defeated psychologically. We are already like, when the person next to you is like, your English is very good. I love the way you carry yourself. Like they see a lot of potentials in you, but you yourself, you're feeling like, no, I'm not enough. So we should build that mindset of, I am enough. I am important. If you're not important to anyone, you're important to yourself, to Martha, and your family members. At least those three people are enough for you to value yourself, for you to see yourself being enough. Guys, please power tap your screen, share the live broadcast. Because I'm sure today, like I'm very positive about today. We are going to have a very good testimony today. There is someone here who will come and share an experience, and we'll all be like, wow, so this actually happened. Even if the person doesn't come today, he will come maybe on Friday. Because, oh God, we keep saying it, Africa is great. Africans are very, you see these people. You see these people.
Hey, how are you?
Oh my God.
Oh
Oh
my,
my God. Where
oh
is
my, oh my goodness.
my friend? Please, I'm sorry. This is not the right platform for you, okay?
Okay.
Yes. Bye. We love you. See, you guys have tricked me. You said it's okay for me to bring these people up. And he sent his request only for me to confirm it. It was a multiple guest something. They just came, so many of them. What is this? Oh my God. I don't decline. I don't need him anymore. Decline. Bye. Go. This is not the right place for you. Go. I'm not accepting any of these people again. I cannot even. Normally, if I press here for long, this is not good. This is not good. Oh,
Hello. Cô âm nhạc Đắk Lắk á. Ôi trời.
I don't know how to take these people down.
Hello.
Finally. Guys, I apologize. I'm very, very sorry. Yee. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I will not bring them up again. I will not. I will not bring them up again. Hello, Vincent. Thanks for joining. Oh, so guys, please, you can actually send your request or tell me. In fact, I'll be bringing the people we have here already. Hi. Please mute yourself.
Hello?
Hello. Please mute
Hey,
yourselves.
can you hear me?
Sure. Thanks for joining, Mr. Roro Mauli.
Yeah, welcome. How are you doing?
Amazing. I'm doing great. So please tell us where you're streaming from, your country of origin, and then you can go ahead with your contribution. Remember, we are discussing about life for Africans in the diaspora. And while you're discussing on this, we want you to talk on the word grandiosity. Now, I'll be giving you grandiosity refers to the sense of selffulness and
I
self-importance.
understand.
Yes. So when you're talking about it, we want you to relate it with the word.
Maybe I can speak a bit so I understand what you mean.
Okay.
Well, so you can hear me well, right?
Sure.
Good. Well, I'm in Dubai now as I'm talking to you. Yeah, but I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay.
Yeah, but I live in Dubai and Houston. I've been in Dubai for maybe almost 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, before I went to America, but back again.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is that for you to make it in life, it's really sometimes people said you can do whatever you want, how your life want to be. You can do it, but sometimes not like that. You need to push it. You know, it has not been easy. I think even today, yeah, I was telling one of my friends how much I start like a salary in Dubai. She could not believe it. Just like, you're lying. I said, oh, you see me having car driving, you think this is how I start now. So you need to push hard. And most Africans believe, oh, I'm in Dubai, I'm not in Europe, I'm not in America, so I cannot make it. No, it doesn't go like that. You can still be in Dubai and make it. You can still be in Dubai and get what you want to do. If only you know the right things to do, right way to go about it, it's possible. Country does not determine you being rich. Do you get it?
Thank you so much. Since you had the experience in Dubai and in the US, please, because like I will not lie, most of us, especially myself, it's like if I don't leave Dubai, it means I cannot make it big that fast. I know I am not alone. There are thousands of Africans out there. Everything they are doing in Dubai, their mindset is, I just want to raise money and move to Europe or America. Yeah. And I'm so glad today we have you. You've tested the two.
Yeah, I would say in America, the good thing is like when you work, you're getting your money for like per hour. In some places, $13, 14, 15. So like for me, my my restaurant, we were paying 15 for those guys that do cleaning for us.
Hmm.
We have a restaurant in Houston, then so if you compare, that is when I would say America is better than Dubai in terms
Okay.
of getting cash. Okay, let's come to nurses, doctors, whatever. When you are in UAE and you are a nurse or you are a doctor, making your money and same in America is almost same.
Oh,
Yeah, because in UAE, I'm talking about government hospital, not private hospital, right?
okay.
Government hospital, they pay good. They're gonna pay your house rent, your house furniture allowance,
Hmm.
fees for your kids. So you could say now that's the reason why now, like Saudi is paying almost 6,300 dollars for nurses. In UK, you cannot get that.
Yeah.
In US, you will not get that. And they are giving house allowance. They are giving you everything. So all you need is just food. They are paying for your fees. They are paying for the kids. So it's possible you can be in America, you can be in Dubai, but the person in Dubai can still make money more than you.
Hmm.
Do you understand? That is what I said. The country does not determine you being rich or not. What matters is what do you do with it? How do you plan yourself? Do you understand? So, like for me, I don't really. Okay, do you know people in Africa they make money more than you?
Hmm.
You know?
You think so?
Hmm?
Hmm. The government work?
People in Africa,
Yeah.
most people make money more than you in
Wow.
abroad. Do you know
Yeah,
that?
true. It's true.
So does the country determine them being rich or not?
That's true, huh? Because I have a classmate. Oh my God, he's not even thinking of traveling. He says it
Okay.
won't be for vacation, and he's going back because he's making good money back home. I mean, good money, real
If you
money.
like being
Yeah.
in Dubai for 100 years, he will be in Africa. You can even your AED when you send it home, you can still not get what he has,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, it's true.
But it's good everybody have the experience. The only thing I can say to people to travel to another country is that sometimes this is not where you can make it.
Mm.
Do you understand? But not when you are making it here and you still have it in mind that you need to be in US or Canada or whatever before you make it. Do you get it?
I do, sir.
So that is it. For me, some people ask you, oh, why do you come back to Dubai? Well, because I have a business.
I was about asking you the same question.
Okay, I start in Dubai, I start a salary of 800 dirhams.
Mm.
I take 800 dirhams for almost a year plus. And God being so good, as today that I'm talking, well, I have my own stuff.
Wow.
My friends that we stay in the same. We were about 12 in a room. We were about 12 in a room. But when people check my videos, they think I've not suffered before. No, it was not easy.
It was
When we
easy.
go to UAE exchange those days, when they want to give you salary, they give you 500, 200, and 100. The rest you're going to hear some coin like 50 fees. Those, they're going to throw it to you. So it's not easy. Do you get it? It's
Mm.
not easy to make it in life, but you need to push it. No country, you cannot tell me, oh, because I'm in America today, I'm going to make money. No, it doesn't go like that. It depends on you, the individual, not the country. The country does not give money. Do you get
Mm.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like in my room, when we were about 12,
Mm.
almost half of us, everybody's in America now.
Wow.
You
Wow.
understand? You need to push it and
For
try
business
to
in that kind of room.
help each other. Try to, let each other know you can make it. You
Mm.
can make it. Like the last guy, he wanted to go to UK. Then a friend of mine said, no, let's work US for you. We can do it for you. He said, oh, it's not going to be possible. We start, that was January. He left like last 2 weeks.
Wow.
So you should be able to be nice with people, nice to each other. Don't just think I should be the one up there. No, it doesn't go like that.
Mm.
Probably if you are there, you can make it, you can help us more than me being there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, and most of Africans, when you told them, oh, I'm this, I'm that, they'll say, no, it's not possible. Or did you know there was a time people were just thinking my PRO was the owner of the company? Yeah. Because they don't believe it. They don't believe he's black guy. They don't believe he's small guy. They thought they're gonna meet someone with big belly, with a whole lot of stuff. But no, no. You need to push it, help people,
Mm.
be nice with people. You don't know who I am. You see people, even you can see blacks, you say, hey, how you doing? Even to say good is, it's a big issue. But no, for
Wow.
me, I like mingle with people because I like asking, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Mm.
Oh, what do you do? Okay, I do this, I do this. The person will say, oh, I was looking for this person.
Yeah.
Oh, can you do it for me? Yeah, I can. Are you sure? Yeah. There was a lady I met 3 days. I told her, don't send money. Just send me what you want. When we are done with the application, you send money. He said, wow, like seriously? I said, yes, because you don't know me. You understand? So we
Yes,
need to
yes.
just try to be nice, and especially the ladies also. When you're a guy and you even say hello to them, ooh, wahala. They will not even mind you. And they are looking for jobs, they are looking for opportunity. Hard work does not give money.
Hello, sir. We have For You is here, and she says, friends help more than even relatives.
Yeah. My friends that are in US today, they are Nigerians, although I went before them, but we've been together like, my in US, you need to be paying for your number. I've been in Dubai for almost 4 to 5 months now. My
Yeah.
friend is paying it. He's a Nigerian.
Wow.
He's the one paying it.
Wow. I need friends like your friends, huh? Hey.
You know? No. And if you are not good, you will not meet good people.
Mm-hmm.
Yourself, you need to be good, and you surely meet someone that is good. And don't look down upon people. Be nice with
Mm-hmm.
them. Don't judge them. That is why for me, I don't care how you make your money, provided you're not killing people. However you make your money, okay. If there will be a help, fine, we can talk about it. By then, you need to be nice with people. That's all. And keep on praying whatever you believe in. Pray and it's gonna work.
Thank
Sometimes
you
you
so much.
pray, it's gonna be hell. Sometimes you will not believe it that, oh, I just finished praying. Sometimes at the end of the month, you're gonna pay salary to everyone. You are the owner, but you still don't have money. But you need to push it.
Mm.
You need to push it.
Amazing. Wow. Wow.
When I was telling someone, I saw them on TikTok. I was just telling them something. Oh, I think they are doing good. I was telling them, see, you can just keep some money in a way that when you go to America today or Europe, if things are not moving on good there, you can still go back home and start something good. They were like, oh, you don't want us to be like you. You don't. I said, no, it's not like I don't want you to be like me.
Mm.
But all time you need to have plan B, have a
Yeah.
backup. Have a
You
backup
don't
that
just
when
think of
something
the
happens,
positive aspects. Think
you
of the negative.
understand?
If
Have a
it goes the
backup.
other way around, what happens?
Even if it's back home, have a backup that when something happens, what are you going to do next? For me, being in abroad, I still know maybe when something happens, okay, if they deport you, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So you need to have a backup. Although you're not going to get it like as it was, but you'll be fine. You'll be okay. You're not going to suffer. For sure, for food, you can get food to eat. So we need to learn backup. And, I believe everybody can make it.
Mm.
Although not in Bible, everybody will be rich, but you can get something good that you don't need to beg for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. We really do appreciate you for coming and for this your powerful contribution. Thank you so much. We pray you keep coming. It's your first time coming to give a contribution. And we are really, really blessed to have you and to tell us a little bit of your experience in America and in the UAE. We thank you so much. We appreciate you. Before you go,
Yeah. So, well, some other day we're going to
okay,
talk.
thank you, thank you. Like I always remind people, we are live twice a week, every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time and 4 p.m. Cameroon time. I love talking about Cameroon time because I'm a Cameroonian.
I'm from Balminda.
Oh, I'm not from Bamenda.
I'm from there.
Woo! Okay.
I'm kidding.
You said you're from Ghana.
Yeah.
Voila. So thank you so much. Have a lovely night.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Hello, Mr. Ambles. Thanks for joining. Teacher B, thanks for joining. Billy, thanks for joining. And Mr. Kusays, thanks for joining. Posh, I see you. Thanks for joining. Emily Coco. Okay, please, Mr. Think with me, unmute yourself. And thanks for joining again. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr.
Yes,
Pink.
hi Martha. Yes, hi. It's nice to be as always. I was in the background just
Madame,
listening
monsieur,
in,
bonjour,
and
bonsoir tout le monde. Bonjour,
it's
bonsoir.
Yes, it's been weekend.
okay. Yeah, well, as always, you're doing a great job. I keep telling you. And sometimes I watch your videos and I laugh because some videos you're always lamenting and trying your level best to at least try and make a change. But keep it up. Remember our last live last. You guys, you have a different build. You're so full of empathy, so which is a good trait, unlike some of us who don't have that tolerance. So keep it up, Martha.
It
At least
may,
we'll change a few lives.
it will change, but the thing is, it's based on my experience, where I'm coming from.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, as for the topic of today, as I was listening in to the people that spoke earlier, like two people. Well, you're talking about self-actualization, self-worth, self-love, self-confidence. Yes, this is all good and noble, but allow me to bring it in a different spectrum. I have discovered that confidence is like a house that needs to be built. We all understand that different houses have different builds. We have 2-bedroom houses, mansions, and all that, skyscrapers. But we imagine that all these buildings have different materials, composition, and strongness, and firmness, and height and size. That is the same when it comes to self-worth, or self-confidence, or self-love. I'll explain how. It is difficult for a person to have self-love or self-confidence, okay, if they do not have material in their life, if they do not have foundation, if they don't have grip in their lives. It is difficult for you to have confidence or self-love when you have nothing in you that is worth standing out for, or that is worth fighting for, or that is worth shining to the world. You have nothing. You have no foundation, you have no build, you have no concrete in your life. So you cannot have self-confidence. You understand? Because you see, for you to be confident, you must have reason to be confident. I'll give an example. It is very difficult for you to tell me that you're a cleaner, but you have confidence. So you have confidence over what? What exactly are you confident of? You understand? You do not have build, and you therefore do not qualify to have that kind of confidence that is meant to catapult you to a different level. But here's the same cleaner who I accept and approve to have confidence that this cleaner, yes, this is how you started out as a security guard, but you built yourself up, you put better concrete, maybe a certificate, you went to a harder concrete, maybe a bachelor's, you got more experience, you got more connection, you have social capital, then you're a firm build. You qualify to have confidence because you have value, you have something to present. Because when I tap you and I'm like, hey bro, what's with the overconfidence, or what's with this self-love? Then you give me a list of reasons why you deserve the respect from your employer, or you deserve the respect at your job, or why you deserve the money that you claim that you need to have because of the build that you've shown. Martha, a little of my background, it is when I was still in the UAE, I had this mentality of I come work, save my money, go back to Uganda and do something with it. Unfortunately, I was never able to fulfill the things that I dreamt of doing every time I came to the UAE. But the day I decided to make UAE my home, the day I decided to have a different scope of UAE and treat UAE the way I treat Uganda, okay? The way I love Uganda, the way I smile when I'm in Uganda, the way I relate, the way I feel. The day I decided to feel the same way about UAE as I would Uganda is the day my life changed. I have saved more money and done more things the day I decided to make UAE my home. The day I decided to make UAE my home was the day I got a driver's license. When I made UAE home, I started driving cars that I did not buy. I started loading fuel that I did not purchase. My phone always had credit that I did not load. I always had data. Why? Because the company is giving me all these things. You understand? Why? Because I made this place home. This is a truth that I've come to discover that is true and it works. Whenever you feel a temporary earning feeling about a country or about a place, your blessing will be temporary. Everything you do will be temporary. Why? Because your eyes are elsewhere. You're here as a passersby. So even the divine energy will only give you a few scraps because you're only passing by. But the day I made UAE my home, you know, when you make a place home, you try to create the gardens, you try to create where the water comes from. I need to get electricity to my home. I need to get a road. I need to cut the grass. You start to polish your home because this is where you're going to make your comfort zone. This is where you're planning to have your children. The day I chose this country to be my home, a lot of things changed. I saw more blessing than I ever did every time I treated UAE like a prostitute. I mean, I come use you and then go back to Uganda. It did not work out. But when I settled, my family settled, my life settled, and I'm doing greater things back home than I did when I was just coming and going. You know, you work for an employer hoping for this 1 month. You know, you work for all these 11 months and you're only waiting for only 30 days to go back to your country and live a life. You cannot live a life for only 30 days. There is no way 30 days of annual leave can compensate for the 11 months that you've been working in the UAE, breaking your back, working and saving this little money. No. But the day you make UAE your home, you start to wake up and be like, oh, how do people survive in the UAE in this expensive economy? How do people afford to rent apartments? Then you start clicking. You start putting the dots together and you be like, I need to upgrade. I need to do all these things that we keep talking about on this platform. What I have seen that people do not have value and self-worth is because they treat this country like a prostitute. They want to use it and then have this thing of, I need to go back home and do something big. It is noble. I'm not saying some have not done it, but I'm saying learn to treat this place like home. Every time you make a place home, God will always avail you the blessings that come with that kind of attitude. Because a lot of things will be uncovered for you to make it comfortable. A lot of things change. You get to understand that you don't really deserve to be a cleaner for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But whenever you feel there is a country, you have to go to Nigeria or you have to go to Cameroon and build your house, you will be okay with being a cleaner for only 2 years. You'll be like, you know what? Let me struggle. Let me do what I have to do. Let me do this cleaner job. Let me do this security job. Let me do this job of 5,000 for only this short time. And after all, I am going back to a certain dream world called Cameroon. Then I'll live a good life. No, that's a fallacy. Home is where you make it. There is no definition of home that it's only confined to Africa. You can still do great things in a different country and even still do better things back home. This is my personal experience. I have seen wonders every time I treat this place like home. You understand? But every time you have this mindset of temporary basis, everything you do is temporary basis. Everything you do is temporary basis. You will never live a life. You will never understand that UAE has some of the good education systems. You will never know the feeling of having your children raised up in your presence. Most people have their children back home in Uganda, in Cameroon, in Nigeria. You rush to go back home on Wi-Fi because I see our employees every time I go to make inspections. Any free time they get, they're rushing to go to Wi-Fi to start video chatting their wives, video chatting their children. This is not the kind of life. There is a different life where you can stay in the same home with your babies, celebrate their birthdays, go out with your wife on a date, go to Yas Island on a family picnic, drive around, enjoy life like you would in Cameroon or in Uganda. This is something that people need to start realizing. This is what self-actualization. You realize you can actually benefit from your environment. You can actually live the same life as a local Emirati. You can get access to funds. You can get access to loans and credits. You can actually own an apartment, a condominium. You can actually own a house. I am hoping to get to that level where I can own a house somewhere that has my name on it, probably get a residence visa, a golden visa for my family for the next 15, 25 years. These things are possible, but they cannot be possible to a man that is myopic. You only think of UAE as a place to come and pick a few scratches, a few scratches, and then take back to Cameroon. Those scratches will not change your life in Cameroon. You send them to the relatives, they will chop them, or something will happen, the business will die, or okay, probably you build the house and that's it. Then who will sleep in that house? How will you get food? Then you again come back to the UAE to start working as a security guard. Anytime you see yourself being stuck at a job, it is simply because you have a mindset of temporary basis. You have another dream country that you need to go to therefore feel at home, which is a fallacy. All the people that shine in the US try as much as possible to make it home. They try to settle. Every time you have a settling mindset, trust me, blessings will flow your way. They will flow your way because energy attracts. Energy will always attract. Take it easy, settle in this. This country is beautiful. I will never be a prophet of doom and tell you that there's anything bad with this country. There's everything bad in Nigeria as well. There are bad things in Uganda. Uganda is not perfect. Cameroon surely is not perfect. Neither is the UAE. But this is where I am. Why can't I make it home? What is wrong with my babies going to school and the bus drops them and I see them on each and every birthday that they celebrate? Daddy is here. I go to work, I come back home, my babies see me. Why the fuck do I have to talk to my babies on emo, on all these things? I need to hold my babies and talk to them. You understand? Why should I pay a maid to raise my babies? My sisters raise my children. They keep telling you, your children are sick, so that you can send money. Yet your children are not sick. Every time you're sending money for your children, everything you have to send. For example, if you're sending your babies maybe a tablet, you have to send now 4 tablets. Because your sister's kids also must have a tablet. Because if you send 1 tablet, then your kid will not use it. Your sister's kids will take it away. Everything you send, it has to be triple, double, quadruple. My dear, no. Let me first sweat for my children. If I'm buying a tablet, my babies will enjoy it. Let my babies and my family enjoy my money in this UAE that I have decided to call home. This is the value that I give myself. If a local will go to Bujil Hospital, my company on my standard can afford to give me medical insurance that will take me to that hospital. If a local goes to ADCB Bank for a loan, I as well can go to ADCB Bank and get the same loan. Basically, the laws are the same for everybody. Why do I have to treat myself as an inferior species? No, this country has laid the playing ground for all of us. Let us make it home. Let us change this mindset that we are foreigners and there's a special place in Uganda that you need to go back to with your pennies. No, make it home and trust me, you will see the blessing. Thank you, Martha.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Think With Me. As usual, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. You can see all the love. The people are giving you all the love, all the hearts. Oh my God. Thank you so much for this wonderful contribution. Thank you for still hitting the nail on the head. Whether you like it or not, you must hear the truth. Whether you like it or not, Mr. Think With Me, he will push the bitter pill inside your throat. You must swallow it, water or no water. You must swallow it, bitter pill. Thank you so much, Mr. Think With Me. Wow. See, we're unable to swallow the bitter pill, but you keep giving us every week, twice a week, because you come every Wednesday and Friday. He comes twice a week, guys. Teacher B, you didn't see the topic? Okay. Yeah, I'll do that now. I'll do that. Teacher B, sincerely, we need your opinion on this as well. We need your contribution. Mr. Think With Me has given us the other side of it. We'll move to the next. It's grandiosity, and the word refers to the sense of selffulness and self-importance. So we were trying to look at how it could be beneficial and how it could affect you. And indeed, Mr. Think With Me has just brought it out just the perfect way. Like no one else could explain it better. No one else could explain it better.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining me.
Martha. Thank you for receiving me in the house. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Think With Me. Thank you very much for your great words of encouragement, and everything you said was really top notch and straight to the point and very easy to understand. I think your name alone, it's really what we should think with you, truly.
We have
But
been thinking with him.
yeah, so on my own side, what I want to say is that um, I'm not against what he said, but I think it is not really that easy the way it may seem, and not that sweet the way it may sound. Yeah, because we know what it is. We know what it takes to be in the UAE. I mean, we know the kind of work you need to put into, talk less of getting to that point where he was trying to make us to understand. He's absolutely very correct, very very correct. I'm not disputing that fact, but being in the UAE, you cannot compare yourself as a foreigner and the locals of the country. There is no way we can ever be that equal. You can always have a percentage of what they can enjoy, not like we will also have the same benefits like them. Now, it also depends on if we want to be like staying under a company, hoping the company is going to be responsible for all of these things you're trying to talk about. You having maybe in a year you have like 3 months of vacation, good and fine for you, but for most people starting from scratch, like maybe you need to start like a dishwasher or a steward.
Yeah.
Gradually you need to move up to maybe being a waiter, and gradually maybe kitchen assistant or something like a barista or a chef or anything. From there you are upgrading yourself, and to be honest, it's going to take a certain period of time where before you know it, if you're not someone who is really focused and stable, you'll realize that you've already wasted a lot of years having nothing to show. Truly, all the life we aspire to live, if our countries were really that good, no one would have been here wanting to come here and stay here, and truly. So if we have, that's why some people, other people will have the mindset like, if I can just come here, raise some little money, and maybe start up a business in my own country, it would have been better, because the freedom I will have in my country is not the same like that I can have in the UAE. There are lots of restrictions. If I want to bring my family, or maybe I want to give birth here, the amount of money I'm going to spend is not the same like when I want to do it in my country. You understand? So it's just a whole mixed up. But if I have a stable job, a well-paying job, definitely I will do that. Of course, I will have the time to go for vacations, bring my kids, send them to school, stay with my wife, bring them under my visa. But in some instance, it does not matter even if you stay here for 10 years, 15 years, and up to 20 years. You can never be a local of this country. You can never be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talking about the aspects of work, you already know the reason why you are here. You have to work and work and work. The 30 days you are going to have out of a year, this is the only time you can use to rest. Within a week, you have just 1 day to rest. Some companies may give you 2, some may give you 3. You understand? Some may even work for 3 months without having the rest. You get, so with all the stress, I mean, all the hard work we put in, and it is good to encourage people this way, but sometimes, it might sound wrongly to another person who has been putting in all the effort, like trying to want to do things, and it's happening not to work out. And think with me, I'm not against you, bro. I'm just trying to say the other side of it, which I think is something we should also try to put into consideration. You understand? So
Mr. IK,
yeah,
actually, I always say Mr. Think with me's opinion is based on his life experience. It's usually based on
understood.
his experience in life. So, if you ask me the way I see him, he hasn't tested the other side of life. You get, like that real struggling part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I always understand with him. I'm
yeah,
always
yeah.
thinking with him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also thinking with him, and I also
agree with what he said.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say too is that before getting to such point, before you want to start thinking, I mean, like making up your mind to make UAE your home, bro. I mean, it's going to take a little time. Like, just imagine the standard of living. Let's begin with that. The standard of living in the UAE, and you want to compare that with that of your country. They are not the same. But you are here for a purpose, and if you want to, you already know that if I want to start making UAE to be my home, maybe you have to start aspiring from moving from a bed space to a partition,
Yeah.
from a partition to maybe a single room, and you know that from this is a gradual step, and the process
Yeah.
is also has to do with it has to do with your finance.
Yeah.
You understand? So making UAE your home, if you want to compare the amount of money you will pay for a single room and what you do back, comparing it with what you can do or the house you can stay in your country, it makes it feels like to make UAE your home, and for you to how can I put it?
Teacher B has a comment here.
Yeah,
Teacher B says, I agree with him, but bro, let's be realistic in this UAE. It's not that easy.
exactly
Is
what
it
I'm trying
not
to say.
easy? Yeah.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. Everyone, if it was really easy, everyone would probably prefer to make UAE their
Yeah.
home compared
Yeah.
to US or Canada. Why? Because UAE is the safest country in the entire
Yeah.
world.
Safety is very important.
Not same like the US. In the US, someone can just pull a trigger at you for just stepping on them toes. But here, you cannot find that kind of a shit. UAE is one of the safest country that anyone can ever talk of. But to make it to take it to that kind of extent where you need to start taking saying that the benefits that the locals are having, you are obliged to have that too. No, it's it could be possible, but not 100%.
And she continues, she says, I'm a teacher. Just tuition is very expensive in some countries. Like, she's referring that in this country it's very expensive, but in some countries it's free.
Yeah. So these are some things that we should try to bring it down and talk about it. So thank you very much.
Wow, Mr. Ike Bernard, thank you so much. We appreciate you for coming. Again, we noticed that it's your first time. We pray you keep coming because we are live every Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time and 4 p.m. Cameroon time. And whenever we come, we just discuss generally life for Africans in the diaspora. We discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. We share our experiences, like the sweet ones, the bad ones, but we are not sharing the bad ones because maybe we hate the country or we want to talk down on the country or to ridicule the country, to paint it black. No, we are just sharing it because we want our viewers, our fellow African brothers and sisters who are back home, that when they come across some of our videos, they should be aware that these things are happening, that out there is tough, it's not easy, people are struggling to survive. Because we want them to start appreciating the little we give them back home. Especially UAE, for us, we keep saying the Africans in the UAE are the real hustlers. When they're talking about hustlers, they should consider those in the UAE. I know other countries are like, it's not easy, it's still difficult, but you see this UAE. We believe you can, if you can survive in UAE, then wherever you find yourself in the world, bye, it will be just very easy. Like ABC, you can survive. So we
Yeah,
appreciate you. We
truly.
pray you keep coming.
Okay. That's why we're saying that, like what you just said, if you can survive in UAE, it doesn't matter where you go to, you always survive. A lot of people, I
Yeah.
have friends who have successfully left UAE, and they are saying, according to their experience, they prefer where they are right now than when they were in UAE. Now, this is not because the country is not good, or it's not because the country wasn't favorable, but at some point you tend to realize that, in as much as UAE is a place that everyone would like to be in, but it has its own disadvantages too,
Mm-hmm.
which at some point you need to see how you can make the life balance. So you might want to start considering to maybe stepping into Europe or Canada or USA, where you can have
Citizenship.
you can have now an equal, you can have equal, you can be treated equally like every other person in the country,
Mm-hmm.
and you can as well have your citizenship. And when it has to do with the work, you can now work now based on how you feel, or maybe how you can carry.
Another thing is,
Understand?
yes, you see this UAE, you can be hardworking. I mean, hardworking, but the fact that you have this, where I'm working, they call it vegetable passport. Passport is a barrier to most of us Africans. You have the
Yeah.
energy, you have the wisdom, the knowledge of it, you're putting it all your effort, you're doing the same job, but your colleague is taking maybe 10, 15,000, and you're there with your five. Why? The reason is your passport. They remind you of your passport. Like they're paying your colleagues 3 times your salary just because of their passport. That's another thing I know is causing so many people not to stay in this country. That's why so many people are thinking of, I have to go. There are several jobs that are not strenuous, but the pay is good. But because of the kind of passport you have, they don't give you the salary you deserve. And it's really painful when you have those people around you and they are comfortable. At the end of the day, they'll just remind you that it's because you're Nigerian, it's because you're Cameroonian, it's because you're Ghanaian, Ugandan, Kenyan. It's, and because maybe they are French, Canadians, Americans, so they deserve more. But Kalewale, well, we thank you and we appreciate you. Due to time, let's move to the next speaker. Hello, user.
Hello,
Thanks for
Paul.
joining. Sir.
Hello.
Hello, thanks for joining.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah,
Yeah, calling from. My name is Paul. Is calling from Guyana.
I know, I remember you.
Yeah,
So
I
how
went
are you
on one
doing,
time.
sir?
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, hello.
Yes. So do you have any contribution for us today? I remember you said you're
Oh
from Ghana.
yeah. And now in the African country things are so bad. Some good, some bad. I could see it in stages. Sometimes you find good, sometimes you find bad, sometimes you in a part you could make it, in another part of the country you can't make it. And
Okay.
you got to go from one place to the next, one place to the next, like hustling. But one
Mm,
thing I would like to contribute to this program is like from the leaders of these nations. Because the Bible even said that if the earth go wrong, the whole body is wrong.
mm,
And if the in going in fit for lead the people, well, all the rest of the people then gonna go like elter skelter, or if they want them to go like elter skelter, right? So we got to start from the top of this diaspora with this African leader. But now I am in Guyana and I'm seeing on the TV and in the news that African they are coming up to themselves now. They are catching a grip of themselves and they are chewing out the European and the Americans and all of that. They should do that a long time ago. You see, because of these kind of cult that invading these people countries and want them to hear to them what they're saying. I don't know. I don't understand. I cannot understand. I cannot understand. But I wish them well. I wish them well that they grow successful and that they do something for the people in the country so that they could get a proper living, so that they could get a proper job, and that they could earn something to live for their family and for themselves. I don't like the US so much. I don't like the US. I don't like the Canadian. and the Europeans.
Okay,
No,
thank you
no,
so
no.
much, sir. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you for coming again.
Yeah, all right, sister. All right. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you.
All
Amen. Due to
all
time,
right.
we'll move to the next speaker. Hello, Mr. Chuki. Please unmute yourself. Hello,
Hi,
Mr.
hi,
Chuki.
Mata.
Hi, thanks for joining. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good evening to everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Please tell us where you're streaming from, your country of origin, then you
I'm
go ahead with your contribution.
I'm a Liberian and
Oh,
I'm streaming from Dubai.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. So, you guys are the real hustlers.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, because we consider Africans who are out here in the UAE to be the real
Oh,
hustlers.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Actually, I've always been in the chat session, and I'm prompted to come up by the motivational statement of "Think with me." For me, I think what he gave is like he giving hope to those that are losing hope. That's how I see his speech. Yeah, but the reality of his speech, I feel that is kind of really far distance. It's kind of far distance, right? Um,
Mhm.
in the favor of Africans in UAE. I'm the one person. If you tell me to go to the US right now, I will tell you no. I don't want to go anywhere apart from UAE. To be
Mm.
frank, if you tell me, I mean, travel from here and go to Australia, I will tell you I don't have interest in going to Australia.
But why?
But that doesn't mean I have my personal reason. Yeah, that is kind of long story that I can't dive in because of the time. But
We
not
can take
because
our time, you know?
okay, well let me make my point first.
Okay.
Not because of my achievement into one geological location or into one region, yeah,
Mm.
and then looking at the 90 to 95% of those that don't have that opportunity to reach where I have reached. And then I start to say to people that we should do this, we should do that, and we don't want to do this, and start to give the false hope in point or in line of motivation. I don't see the reality. His point was really fine. His point was really fine to the point that when you feel that your case is so worse, you should always try to encourage and motivate yourself. That's how I see it. You understand? Now he talked about something like you come and live here. I don't even think Africans we should vest our time. Yeah, even going to the United States, no matter how successful your story is there, you should go there and reside, or you should go there and make your life there. I don't really believe in that. It may no I mean good logic. You leave your country where you have all of the freedom, the 100% freedom,
Mm.
where you need to contribute to the society, right?
Mm.
There are cultural stagnation that you yourself you need to break. There are barriers that with the level with what God have blessed you with, if you can go back down, there are cultural stagnation that you yourself you need to contribute to for that barriers to be broken. But because you went into a country and you are making like $4,000, just $4,000, and you say to yourself you are going to live the rest of your life in another man's country, I don't see that logical. I don't see that logical. And for the situation of people, us in UAE, Africans in UAE, under no circumstance for a man will be happy, so happy in love that you married back home. You are married back home, you have 2 kids or you have 1 kid, you have a wife that you love, you have family that you love. You abandon them in name of seeking greener pasture. You understand? And then you come and see this kind of society and override yourself with false motivation that I can make it, I will bring my family, I need to bring my family. I see nothing. How can a man bring his family in this kind of condition where the highest pay salary an African, the average salary an African can get is 1,500 dirhams? He's renting from that 1,500 dirhams. He's feeding from that 1,500 dirhams. Can he and his wife survive from 1,500 if she's not opportune to have the same 1,500 in return? If he has children, how can he school them? The rent, how can he rent? How can he rent for in 1,005? How can he rent for more than one person in 1,005? And the survival is smooth.
Yeah.
Look at the tuition here. Who can survive this? Who can really survive this? So we should not. I mean, we should not come on public a platform like this and and start to give this kind of high motivation to other Africans. Sometimes you might not know that maybe your motivation going to contribute to somebody in your negative way. So I might be thinking that maybe I'm not doing my possible best. But the reality here is I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Your story is different from my story. Your experience is different from my experience. So I should not use my experience to try to give a motivational statement like I'm not trying. I'm trying. And every African is here. Now, even those that are in better positions. Yeah, I remember I met one of my Liberian brothers. He one of those in the Liberian community that's really trying his possible best to make ends meet. Yeah. He worked with Etihad. This guy is good in what he do. You understand? And then he told me before that, imagine he's working in an environment where they bring these expatriates. He trained them. At the same time, he's referring to them as boss. Those guys will come, they are paying them 30,000, 35,000, 50,000, and his salary is not even more than, is not equal to the 15,000. So everywhere you find yourself, no matter what, I mean, you might try to motivate yourself that at least my story is better, but you still have stories to tell how marginalization is taking place in your case. So things are not really faithful for Africans. UA is not a place for Africans, to be frank. UA is not a place for, it's a place for me, it's a place for me, but not all African. I can say that. Because God has been faithful. You understand? Things have been okay since I entered here. Things have been okay. Every life, every circumstance and situation I went through, I've gone through in this country, or I may be going through, I believe it's because I'm a foreigner. This is not my country, so I should not be expecting the 100% like an Emiratis or like other Asian country that are close to be a national of this country. I should not be expecting that. And what is going on with me is a global situation. As much we have the skin black, we will face some issues that some of us we are going through in UAE. So it's a global issue. I'm not going to say it's because I'm in UAE. No, it's a global issue. You understand? So two things is happening to Africans. A global issues that is going on with our skin color, and then the country is not actually a place. It's not actually a region for African to reside. That's just the truth. That's it. So on another point I want to make, you talk about self-motivation. Self-motivation pays, not over self-motivation. When the possibility is not there, you say to yourself, no matter what, I will make it. That is over self. I mean, it's good to be self-confident. Like me, I entered in this country. I mean, most of us have almost the same story entering UAE, and then your stories like this, you enter based on falsehood. Yeah, false information. People give you the life. I mean, they give information. You feel that leaving your country, you're going to receive the best of all best. But coming here, when you arrive, you see that the information is far different from the action. Yeah. But when you are self-motivated, I believe in every society, you're going to break the edge. That's all I believe. Dear, I went to school in this country without me realizing that I'm going to school. I received a master's degree in this country without me realizing that I'm going to receive a master's degree. It was tough. It was tough, but motivation kept me going. Imagine you are working for 12 hours, 14 hours. I mean, anytime you come home, that means your day has ended that particular day. And I had one day off. That same one day is the day that I used to go to school. My tuition was not even equal to the tax to even, my salary was not even equal to the task to pay my rent, to feed me, to transport me, to clothe me, then talking about to pay my fees. But I was motivated. But then there is it, the over motivation, knowing fully well that my tuition, my salary could not school me. I became so much over motivated, and at the point I got stuck. If it was not because of God that my job was changed,
getting a better job by God's grace, I wouldn't have continued my school. Because I had little cash in my hand, the passion for education, it pushed me, and I became so much over motivated. I said I want to go to school. I started school, not even having the hope how we are continuing to pay my bonus tuition. Imagine going to school in UAE, you have 59,000 to pay, and you're making a salary of nothing. When you even calculate your salary, it cannot your yearly salary, it cannot even reach 50% of what you are earning. I mean, your tuition,
What you're supposed to say, yeah.
your yearly tuition cannot even get 50% of your tuition. You understand? So it was tough. I over motivated myself, not even calculating the pros and cons of my decision. But God knew my passion. Probably He was so graceful to me, and then He helped me with another opportunity that could enable me to end my school.
Wow.
Right? But I cannot use my story. I cannot use my story and tell everybody that you can make it. You should just think like this, do like this, and do like this. Probably if somebody tried to go through the same path that I went through, they might hitch and they might not wake up. So my story cannot motivate all us 100% to follow my path. Everybody has a story. UAE is actually tough, but we all can make it. I can say yes, we all can make it. We keep motivating ourselves on your level at every level that we find ourselves. We can make it, and we keep hoping on God that we can make it. Probably African stories will soon be changed.
Yeah.
African stories will still be changed. We will go back home and see ourselves. Maybe the Westerner will start going to our country to speak the same exact passion about God's grace. We are hoping on that. And I believe we can do the best. Thank you, Martha, and I appreciate for always your sound discussion. I've always been in the chatting session and getting a lot of ideas, getting a lot of wisdom.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Chuki. Thank you. We appreciate you for coming. And we appreciate you for giving us the other side of this topic. You know, we are all giving our opinions. Like I always remind you guys, your voice is very important. Your opinion counts. We are expecting to hear from you. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not say, this my own is very small. It's insignificant. It's a lie. We need that your opinion. Remember, Mr. Think With Me gave his opinion based on his own life experience. Now, Mr. Chuki has given his opinion based on his own life experience. And again, Mr. Ike as well. He contradicted Mr. Think With Me's opinion based on his own experience. So don't keep your experience to yourself. Always share, because you don't know who is dying somewhere and is supposed to hear that which is coming from you, that which you've been through, or that's your opinion on any topic. Don't keep it to yourself. Mr. Chuki, we appreciate you. We pray God keeps increasing you. He keeps providing, preserving, and we pray you keep coming. Like you said, you're always there in the comment section, just watching. And today you were moved to come. Even if you don't have anything to say, just come and watch. Just come and listen to people. Martha knows nothing. It's because of you or because of this, your contributions. I keep telling you guys, it motivates me to come. Thanks for the gift. All the gifters, I appreciate you guys. So please keep coming. I go nowhere without you guys. I go nowhere without you guys. I'll not keep coming if you guys are not here. So we are doing it together. We are doing it together. Africans in the diaspora, especially this our UAE, our stories will change. Our positions will change. We'll start earning good salaries. We believe. We believe so. Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Chuki. I
You're
really
welcome.
love this, your own side of it. And I love Mr. Think With Me side. And I love Mr. Ike. Now, we have different opinions and we are arguing about it. And remember, last week, we had a speaker who said, in any community or society where there is no conflict, there's no argument, that is difficult for the people to learn or to grow or to advance. But if you bring your opinion and there is someone who will say, no, this your own is too harsh, why don't we do it this way? And the third person comes and say, no, the two ideas you brought are not good. Why don't we take my own? And the fourth person comes with his own idea, and we all argue together and come to a conclusion. We have an agreement. Then it will be solid and it will be a better conclusion or idea. So I believe we are going somewhere. Due to time, let's move to the next speaker, and that will be Teacher B. Hello, Teacher B. Please unmute yourself.
Hi guys, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining.
How are you, Martha?
I'm fine, thank you.
Um, I was just listening throughout the discussion at what my I would say my brother Think With Me was saying, and honestly, when I was listening to him talk, the image I had in my head was, this image of a cat standing in front of a lion. And people will write that thing on top that only God knows the motivation they have told this one to go and challenge the lion.
Yeah.
That's like the image I had in my head. No disrespect, bro. What you said was it was good, it was amazing. But if you know me, if you've been listening to me on this platform, you should know I'm someone who likes to deal with reality, the facts. Like, let's put everything on the table and face the facts the way it is. Yeah, this is UAE. This is Dubai. It's easy for you to just tell people that, oh, you can do this, you can do this, you can have a better life, it's very easy to say those things. But realistically, practically, it's not easy. It's not easy. You don't expect someone who has, say, maybe an average salary of 1,500. Okay, I can motivate you and say, okay, you can work your way up to 5,000. Even if you're earning 8,000, 10,000, it is not easy to live in this country. What he is saying sounds amazing, but honestly, practically, it is difficult. It's not something you can implement. It sounds so sweet, and honestly, if you're anyone watching me back home and you ask me about UAE, I will give you the exact facts. I will not sugarcoat it. I will tell you this is the reality of it. Oh yes, we Africans can, make more money, have good jobs, but let's face facts. How many Africans can afford to rent a full room that can accommodate a family in this country? First of all, let's look at the statistics. How many Africans are engaged in the skilled labor market of the UAE? Let's start from there first. How many of them? Okay, even if they have the education and they want to get into the skilled labor market of the UAE, so it can at least give them let me say they are getting close to living that life. When they get that job, how many of them even get to the level of having that job where they can pay them 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000? How many of them can get
Even with
that?
the qualification, right?
Even with the qualification,
Yeah.
how many of them can get to that level? Minus that, he said something about us making the UAE our own. Bro, it's okay. It's a very good idea, but trust me, it is not easy. I will speak from my own perspective too. Yeah. There was a time in my life that I said to myself, I wanted to stay in UAE. I don't want to go to Canada. I don't want to go to US. I don't want to go to the UK. But I had to put in more than 18,000 dirhams just to do a course, do certifications, how many Africans can afford that? How many years do they need to work to even get to that level, just to get those qualifications, and that will put them in those positions where they can have access to these loans or all these things? Let's be realistic. Let's really be realistic. How many of them can actually, the road to it? People always just look at the finished product. They don't really tell you the process. It's like people who come to me and they will be like, oh, teacher B, I want to be a teacher. I'm like, my darling, are you ready? Are you really ready? Because if you do not tell, I will tell you, don't look at me being a teacher, or I'm maybe I have a better job, and you look at my life, you think, oh, maybe my life is good. I need to tell you the process. I need to really sit you down and I tell you the process to get to that level. How many of them can afford to walk the way or to that process and get to that life. Let's be realistic. I'm just trying to point the reality. What he said is really good. It's very motivating, but I'm trying to be realistic with the facts. Can people really walk their way to that place? Okay, that's okay. Let's assume an average African wants to get comfortable. I'm trying to mix my facts here. Okay, I was trying to say my story. So when I decided that I wanted to stay in the UAE, I moved out of where I was living. I got a more comfortable place. I lived there. I got my teacher's license. Okay, I got a better accommodation, but yet, the country has been designed in a way that it suits and gives the advantages to its citizens. No matter
Mm-hmm.
what you do, you will never have those benefits if you
Mm-hmm.
are not their citizen. And
Mm-hmm.
we can benefit from the crumbs that fall off their tables, but the system has been put in place with their citizen in mind. So you as a layman coming in, don't ever think it's okay. You can get a loan from the bank just like the whoever is doing it. Okay. Do you know he said something about we staying here with the hope of moving to another country? It's okay, bro. It's very okay if you have designed a path for your life. What is not okay is when you see other people who are not following the path you have designed for your life and you look at it like it's a problem. No, it's okay. They can follow their own path. Like I said, when I decided that, okay, let me see you, I sat down and I did my calculations again. I said to myself, this country does not favor me as an African in any way. Trust me. Do you know how much is tuition to put one child in a nursery in Dubai? Let me not even
Teacher
talk
B,
about secondary.
Teacher B, Teacher B.
Yes.
I had that same mindset. When I decided, okay, I wanted to have a baby, I was like, okay, I'll keep my baby here. My baby will go to school here. But when I checked everything we have spent to have the baby, for the baby to be up to a year, and I was like, but we are not benefiting anything because at the end of the day, this child will not even get the citizenship. Like, there's no benefit. Like,
That's
we are
what
just
I
spending,
said.
yeah, we are spending this money. And within myself, I had to accept that it's okay
It's
for this
okay.
baby to go back home while I stayed here and prepare for her future. Like, I had
Okay.
to accept that within myself before even bringing it to the table for my husband and I to talk about it. Because,
That's the reality.
see, Teacher
That's
B,
it.
at the end of the day, I was the one that even told him that, Baba, we are not having another baby in this country. I will not lie to anyone. I did it the first time, but I cannot encourage anybody. Even if you have the salary, trust me,
It's
do
not.
any kind of investment back home because it's not profitable.
It's
You will
not.
you will spend the money, your energy, your time. I mean, you will stress yourself.
Let me just round up with what I'm saying. He made a comment that it's not easy anywhere. We are not saying it's easy. It's only in Dubai that it's difficult. In other countries, it's difficult too. But look, for example, there are people that have their different approaches and expectations of life in life. You understand? Like me, for example, if I'm looking at, okay, let's say in my life right now, I'm thinking of family, I'm thinking of children, I'm thinking of raising a family. I will not think of raising a family in a place like UAE. If I am in somewhere in Canada where the system at least favors children that are born in that country, won't you move to a country like that? If I give birth to a child in Canada and that child is eligible for free education, some percentages of healthcare, at least that's a bit of a burden that has been removed, or I feel a bit relieved by their own system. I'm not saying they don't also have their own troubles. They have their own troubles too, the taxations and the income tax and everything. They have it. But the way their system is designed, it is a bit suitable to me and my life expectations compared to someone who is here. in the UAE. If I give birth here in the UAE, I will still, as an African, I will still pay the same, more tuition even. I will still pay for healthcare. I will still pay. So why would I not say, okay, let me go to maybe a place where it favors me? Let me work the money in this country, save it, and move to a better society or a better place that favors the thing I want to achieve in my life. It doesn't change the fact that, oh, I'm staying in the UAE and I'm behaving like a stranger, or I'm staying in the UAE and I'm not making it my home. That's the reality of it. It's the reality. There are problems everywhere, but some systems, at least, if you cannot compare somebody that gives birth in US, Canada, or somewhere, and to somebody that gives birth in this UAE. It is different ball game. It depends on the person's expectations of life. It depends on the person's priorities. It depends on what the person wants to achieve. If you want to stay here, set up and build your country. He is even talking about this. I have a friend. He studied medicine in Belgium. He left from Belgium, came here to the UAE during COVID period. The medical field was booming. He
Yeah.
got a very good job. The company was covering his medicals, his insurance. The insurance, he had a very good insurance. He had a car. He went to Cameroon, brought his family, and then boom, he lost the job. He
Yeah.
lost the contract. He lost the insurance. He lost everything. The family is frustrated. The children cannot go to school. So let's face the reality and the facts. It
Yeah.
is not easy. In this country, it is not easy to raise a family, live that luxurious and comfortable life. Even if it is easy to get there, it is not that easy. It's not bread. I'm just talking based on my own experience. I know what I start to go through to get to what I am right now. I suffered, I schooled, I paid my dues. It's not that easy. Talk less of a lay African that just came to the UAE. I
Mm.
want them to say there will never be anywhere like home. That's the truth of it. There is nowhere like home. In your home, you don't need visa to stay in your home country.
Yeah.
You don't need visa. There are certain things that are free. If in worst case scenario, you always have somewhere to run to for shelter, for food, or for something. But in this country, there are people that are in this country that are alone. They are just alone in this country. So if you want to make it your home, you have to think twice, calculate your facts, calculate the risks, be realistic with whatever you're thinking of doing. UAE is a nice country. If you want to make it your home, it's okay. But there are other countries, do they have their own problems? Yes, they have their own problems, but they
Yeah.
also have laws that favor you. They favor the lay African citizens more than the UAE. The UAE, I don't see any laws that are put in place that favors me. If I give birth in this country, even there's no law that favors me in this country.
Nothing.
If I will spend more.
Nothing.
There's nothing that favors me. Anyways, thank you. Thank you. Mr.
Wow.
Thank you. Please
Thank you so
don't
much. Like,
don't take it to heart. You're
no,
still
no,
my
no, no, no,
favorite
no, no.
brother.
Like,
You're
teacher,
still
teacher
my
B.
favorite brother.
Voila. Teacher B, thank you so much for this wonderful contribution and for pointing out the harsh reality. We keep talking about harsh reality, but it's like we get to some topics and we are trying to run away from that harsh reality. You know, today you've just brought it up again. It is true, UAE is tough. No matter how small your salary is, we said it the last time. Think wisely, spend your money wisely. Don't be a foolish spender, a mugu money spender. No, be smart about your decisions. So we appreciate you. Due to time, let's move to the next speaker, please. Our time is almost up. So, guys, let's do it. Rush, rush, rush. Hello, Mr. Gibson. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
For
Thank you
joining,
all.
sir.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the lessons. I feel like I'm in school. All these experiences are really good. I'm sorry I missed what Think With Me said, but he clearly said something controversial because Yeah, but like I said last time, it's good to have differing opinions. This is how we learn from each other. I personally, I've always told my wife, if I ever die outside of Kenya, make sure you take my bones back home. It doesn't matter how well we are doing, you must take me back home. That's my personal opinion. Uh, but at the same time, so for example, I work with people who, for example, are from Syria, and they have the attitude that this is their home. So I think sometimes we also have to understand that some people have come from such a background that whatever little they're getting here seems like heaven. You know, they cannot imagine going back home because it is absolutely horrible. So I think we need to accommodate and understand that there are people who are like that. But the only reason I came on this platform today, it's we have a new, or I have a new colleague. He is from Zimbabwe. We are now we are the only two Africans in our company now. He's a young man. He's 25. And his story is amazing. He schooled in Zimbabwe. He did his actuarial exams. I've never mentioned this, but I'm in the actuarial or finance field. I'm an actuary. It's a very lucrative profession. He was brave sitting in Harare. He just decided, let me apply to a company in the UAE. He applied. He's been here for the past 6 or 7 months. He's been living in a bed space whilst he was in internship. Whilst he was in his internship, he applied to our company. He was taken, and he's on a magnificent salary.
Wow.
And it just makes me happy. And I just want to emphasize to people that we all have a story. So this young boy has come into a company. He's going to be paid. He's moved from Harare. He's come and struggled in the UAE for 6 or 7 months. He's currently being housed in a very nice hotel, which is what my company does for the first 1 month. And then he's going to probably be able to live in a villa or at least an apartment. He's going to live well. I can guarantee you. So there are these stories, and I would just encourage people who, at least if you have the qualification like Teacher B was talking about, building capacity so that when these opportunities come, then we are available for them. Because a lot of these multinational companies have a deliberate effort to drive inclusion and diversity, because it looks very bad on their books when they are all old white men sitting in management. No, they want to see more women. They want to see more people of color coming in. And I understand that this is not common. But for this young man from Harare, he has a different testimony.
Wow.
He
I
has a
really,
different testimony, and
we
he's
need
going
that
to
young
be a
man.
happy man. Okay, that's
We
all
need,
I wanted to say. But I
yeah.
thank you for all your contributions. They're very helpful. I feel like I'm in school.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gibson. Thank you. And thank you for bringing this particular young man of yours. Thank you for bringing up his testimony. At least his experience is making us understand that people's destinies are different. Your own is different from my own, and mine will be different from a soft life, from Emilienne, from the positive. Our destinies are different. So it's just for you to keep doing what you're doing, be positive, keep learning, and let God do the rest. They understand the power of representation, diversity, and inclusion. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Gibson. Hello, Mama Amy. Please unmute yourself. Hello, Miss A. Thank you so much. Greetings to you and thanks for joining.
Hello, hello, hello. How
Hello.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here today. I was just scrolling down my phone. I saw you on live and you're on the Your topic was so good. The information I was hearing from the people presenting was so interesting and so motivating. And I learned quite a lot of things from what
Wow.
everyone was saying. So I'm also here in the UAE. It's not been
Amazing.
easy, yeah. It's not been easy, you know. It's a very difficult place to live in. Like it's very difficult to live in the UAE. If you live in the UAE and you succeed, it means you can succeed everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere you go to in the world, you can succeed.
All
Yeah.
right.
Um I'm really happy to be here. I love your presentation and I love the topics you talk about, and I'm very happy because it's not just ordinary topics. Because I used to I'm on TikTok. When I see people on live, I used to join lives, but all the talk about some kind of things that I don't even understand. But when I come to when I was scrolling today, I saw your live. I decided to stop because the ideas I was hearing from those us talking were very important and they're very educative. So I decided to stay. So
Wow.
that's why I'm here now.
Please keep coming. We are live
Yeah,
twice a week, every Wednesday and Friday, 4 p.m. UAE time.
yeah,
And we discuss about life for Africans in the diaspora. Usually we say we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly.
yeah,
Like when we are talking about the ugly side of it, we remind people that it's not because we want to talk bad about the country or we want people to look at the country on a negative side. No, we are just bringing the negative sides of it because we experience them and we want our fellow African brothers and sisters, especially those who are back home,
yeah,
that if they stumble on any of our videos, they should be aware that these things are happening. So when they find themselves here, it will
mm-hmm.
not be surprising. Though it at least they must have heard it from somewhere and they'll be like, ah, this is normal. It has been happening before, so I'm not the first. So don't be depressed when something is happening to you. We encourage people to share their experiences, share your story, share how you got your job, your struggles, how you went to school, who paid your tuition, like everything. Your job, how is it going now? Your colleagues, how are they treating you? Your money, your salary, how do you spend it? How much do you send back home? To the people
Wow.
who are in Africa, they are sleeping peacefully, eating organic food. You're here,
Eating
Baba.
artificial food. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very happy to be here today. So I'm so excited. I'm so motivated also because the topics you're talking about is really interesting. Oh, talking about the UAE, it's quite a tough place, you know. It's difficult, and it's just for those who are strong enough to make it. Those who are hard enough, because my stay here in the UAE has been a struggle. You know, I always struggle. I always try to put myself first, because I always work with. I've always been in a company made up of the other nationalities. The other nationalities will have the impression that they are the best,
Yeah.
but I always make sure that I let them know that they are not in any way better than I am. Yeah. And how do you make yourself to be like this? How you should make yourself to be seen and to be valued is that you shouldn't belittle yourself. You should focus on your job. You shouldn't bring out your personal life at work. You shouldn't put in feelings at the office. You shouldn't make friends at the office. The only thing you should do at the office, you should focus on your job. That is it. You shouldn't make friends. Nobody is your friend at the office. You go to the office, you do your duties, you go back home. That is it. That is how we can make it in the UAE. And also, I just want to say that when you are in any company, you should stand strong. You should stand firm. You shouldn't let anybody remove you from your seat. Like you're sitting here and you're doing this. Make sure you put in your best. Make sure you do what it is right. Don't do something at the office or at your job site to please somebody. Just do the correct thing. That is the only thing. And make sure your legs are strong on the ground. That's how I always do, because I've never worked in a company with Africans, for sure. I've never worked in a company with Africans. I've always worked in a company with other nationalities, and you know, the way the other nationalities that look at Africans as if we don't know. But
As
I
if we are
always
stupid.
but I always let them know that I know what I came here for, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm capable of doing it better than them. So that is how we should make ourselves to be. If we make ourselves to be like this, they will start respecting us.
Very
They
true.
will really start respecting us. And we shouldn't talk a lot. When we are at the job site, we should focus on what we are doing. If you go to the job, if you are at the office, let's say the first 6 months, they will not know who you are. When you're 1, 2, 3 years in a company, that's when they know your value, depending on how you make yourself, how you make them to look at you. Yeah. Also, I want to say that here in the UAE, you shouldn't just focus on your salary. You should look for other means on how to pay your
More
bills,
income,
because
yeah.
the most important thing in the UAE is the bills we pay. That is the most important thing, because if you have money for your rent, if you have money for your food, uh it means you can make it in the UAE. Because normally, if you depend on your salary, on the you take your food, you take your salary, you pay your rent with, you buy food with, it's going to be so difficult for you to make it. Since I came to the UAE 2018, yeah, 2018, I've never worked one job in the UAE. Let's try to
Wow.
diversify ourselves. Let's try to integrate with the other nationalities. Let's try to ask them how they made it to the level at which they are. Yeah. So we should try to copy. We should try to copy from them. We see CEOs of companies. They are from Indians. You see the CEO. He is from the Philippines. You see. So let's try to see on how we can also become CEOs in this UAE. We can make
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Thank
we,
you
we,
so
we
much.
must not look for ways to leave the UAE. We can make it here in the UAE. So
Yeah.
we need to ask for we need to mingle with successful people. Don't mingle with these young people out there who are just there to eat, to drink around, to eat around, to enjoy life. No, it is not going to take you anywhere. If you see my friends are very big people. My friends are wealthy people. Let's try to mix with them and ask them. We are not mixing with them to be friends with them. We are mixing with them to ask them how they succeeded,
Yeah.
how the means, how are they successful, how are they, how what means, what made them to be successful the way they are right now. So what I want to say is that the salaries we are taking here in the UAE are not enough. They are not enough. We should look for means, part-time jobs. They are online. We have a phone. You have a phone in front of you. You see they are posting this job online. You say part-time job. You should look for how to make money apart from your salary. If you keep on focusing on your salary, you will not live in a nice place. You will always be living in the best place. You will always be living like from hand to mouth. You will take your salary, you will send back home, you will send this back home, you will do this. No, we should try to get an income where we can request for a loan, because here in the UAE, if you don't have a certain amount of salary, you cannot
Yeah.
request for a loan. You know, most successful people out there, they live on loans. You see, this person has taken a loan of 100,000 dirhams, 200,000 dirhams. He's building a house back home. He is investing in a company here in the UAE. Why? He's not this salary. These salaries we are taking here. The salaries are not going to take us anywhere. The
Nowhere.
salaries are taking. Okay, let's say your salary is 5,000 dirhams. You take 5,000 dirhams. You take 2,000. You pay for your rent. It's already 3,000, my dear. It's already 3,000 remaining. Okay, you want to buy food. Let's say 500. That's already 2,500. It's going. The money is going. Okay, you want to buy a shoes that you wear to the office, 300, it's gone. That is how the money is going to reduce. You will find yourself ending up with 1.5 per month. You will look at this 1.5. What are you going to do with the 1.5? That's why I'm saying we should strive to do something, to do part times, so we can increase our level of income per month. Like for example, if you have a salary of, yes, and most people who are having loans, who are applying for loans and getting approved here in the UAE, their salary should be more than 6,000, more than 5,000, 6,000. So now you request for a loan, and with you request for a loan, let's say 50,000 dirhams. You can invest that 50,000 dirhams on something. Now you will be taking your salary, you'll be paying back the loan, and you'll be knowing how to manage with the little the balance. Yeah, you know how to manage with it. But if you just take on your salary is not going to me. See, I have people who are big CEOs of companies, but they are always applying for loans. Why? Because they want to invest. They want to invest in businesses. They want to invest in this. They want to invest in this. If you don't invest, how are you going to make it? You need to think about the future of your family, the future of your children. Because if you don't invest, how are your children going to
Open the
live?
door.
Yeah, how are your children going to live? It's really very, very important to try to have a part-time job in the UAE, which you can use to support yourself. For sure. It's very important. Okay, you've been
Wow.
working for this company for 5 years. Let's say 3 years. Let me say 3 years. You need to know what the company is all about. You need to know the products of the company. How can you yourself, how can you have a company like this? How did this company come about to be this way they are? You need to try to know the roots of the company. So when you try to know how a company started, that is when you should also try to see, maybe I can also open my own company. Yeah, that is the key here. We should not focus on our salaries. Our salaries cannot help us succeed in life. We should focus on getting a better life, for sure. That is
Wow, thank you so much, Sister Emilian. Thank you so much for this
welcome.
wonderful contribution.
Yeah,
We
I'm very
appreciate
happy
you
to
for
be
coming.
here
We pray
today.
you keep coming. Like I told you,
Yes,
we are
my
live
dear.
twice a week, Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. UAE time. Thank you
Okay.
so much. We appreciate you. Due
You're
to
welcome.
time, please let's move to the next speaker.
Yeah.
Hello, Sister Tutu Felini. Please, thanks for joining. Greetings to you. Hello, Mr. Prince. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello, Mata, and hello.
Hello, Mr. Adetobi. Thanks for joining. Hope you had a wonderful day.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And you?
Good, good, good. I appreciate.
Yeah. Uh, everyone that have spoken so far, they have spoken well, even though I joined late. And but from the recap that Teacher B gave, I happen to also have a little knowledge about what has been discussed. And also, I love the example that Gibson gave about a guy from, from Harare?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Zimbabwe, Harare. You
Yeah.
know, and for my own short contribution, it's different folks with different experience. If you gather 100 people on this platform tonight who have different experience, and then we'll have different presentation, you know. But to be honest, UAE is not that easy, and it's not only UAE, everywhere in the world. There's no place that is very easy. Even our home country where we all came from, it's not easy. Some of us were there in our home country, we couldn't also get job. We couldn't find job. And that is our country. Now we came here, don't think that it will be as easy as anybody could tell you. If you go to UK, if you go to Canada, if you go to anywhere in the entire world, you cannot leave behind your destiny and where God is taking you to.
Yeah.
You cannot. You cannot deny that fact. Okay? There are people that came to this country and they are doing very good job. And they are blacks. But I agree, when you look at the percentage of people that are on the upper cadre compared to the people at the middle cadre and the people at the lower cadre, yes, the disparity and the ratio is very high. I agree. So you can imagine that you brought people on the higher cadre to this platform. You can imagine the trend of the discussion and what they will be saying. It will be different from what some of us are talking about now, because they're on this different cadre and different experience.
Hello. We are having issues with our network. Hello, Mr. Adetobi. Are you still with us?
Hear me now?
Yes, louder.
Okay. All right, thank you. So we have different experience, and wherever we find ourselves, we gather our experience from that. I've seen a lady that came all the way from Uganda that was employed in a cosmetic shop. I just went to my friend's place and I saw her. The way she spoke to me, I said, wow, your English is very clean. Are you a graduate or something? She said she's a dentist.
Wow.
A dentist working in a cosmetic shop. I sat her down and I advised her. I said, this is what you can do. This is what you can do. You can get your certification, you can get it approved, and you get your license. And she said, no, she has tried, but it's not possible. I said, don't worry, do a research about it. 3 months after, she came back to me and said she has done a research, and in fact, she has gotten full information on what to do. And do you know that as I speak to you today, the lady has changed jobs many times as a doctor in this same
Wow.
country. And as I speak to you today, she has just relocated to the United States of America with her husband.
Wow.
So now tell me, if you invite that woman to this platform, you can imagine what her experience will be.
That is it.
So different folks with different experience, with different ideas. So, but I agree, UAE can be tough, but every other country too can be tough. It's not only UAE, because even our own country is tough. So there's nothing that is very easy. But one advice I will give to us is, wherever we are, we should always learn to aspire to improve ourselves, because you never can tell when the opportunity will come and you will exploit it. I will give you another example. This guy is right there in Dubai. We're in the same church. He was just working in an office whereby they conduct training for people. They just do training. And he's the one that will organize the training, send invitations to the people that paid to be trained. Maybe they want to attend training on how to use Excel, or they want to organize training for people how to use PowerPoint. You know, all this system training. He is the one that will coordinate it and be arranging it for people. But a very brilliant guy. But he was just a coordinator. Now, one day I called him. I said, you are working in training and you are this brilliant. Why don't you also see how you can be a trainer? Why can't you also try to see how you can be a trainer? That's how this guy attended a course to be a trainer. He started from that. Matter, I will tell you, his name is Dio. He may be hearing me. He's there in Dubai. He's an associate professor as of today, lecturing in the university in this same UAE.
What?
Yes. This thing happened about 7-8 years ago when he started all this. Then, when he registered as a trainer, he started developing himself, started attending courses, started doing so many things. As I speak to you today, he's an associate professor in the university in Dubai there.
Wow.
Now invite him to this platform and let him tell you his story. It will be a different story.
Yeah.
Let us let us have these positive vibes that look, as long as I am alive, I will do everything possible to improve myself and to improve my status, no matter how difficult it is. There's no condition or situation that is permanent. There are people, I know there are people in this country, they've been struggling and struggling and struggling, and yet nothing is coming from it. You need to search yourself. What is going wrong? Am I not doing it rightly? Is there anything that I'm doing wrongly? Do I have too many responsibility that is not even allowing me to plan for myself? See, there are a whole lot of questions we need to ask ourselves. But it is not easy. But with faith, we'll get there. Thank you. That's my contribution.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Adetobi. We appreciate you, and we want to appreciate you once more for sharing that guy's testimony. I know you didn't actually share it completely, but you just took a part of it, and people's lives are being touched. Someone like myself, see this platform, I'm in school. You guys will not understand. You guys will not understand, but I believe one day you understand why I had to come up with such a platform and what has been motivating me to keep coming. You guys are here, but something triggered me to start up this platform. Just one day, it is well. Due to time, let's move to the next speaker. Hello, Soft Life Gang. Please unmute yourself.
Oh my days, stop. Martha, you're a case. You're a case. Oh my gosh. Anyway, anyways, it's I'm not gonna take much of your time because I know how time conscious you are and I know you have other things that you have to do, right? We're all from different parts of the world, and we all have different experiences. For the past hour, I've been listening to people's stories, people's personal stories, people who are motivating and encouraging other people to actually explore other avenues to, expand and, increase their income and gain financial, security and programs they can do and courses they can do. But one thing that I've picked up here is around the systems that you guys kept talking about, the systems that we live in. Every nation has its own system, whether it be healthcare, education, and what do you call it, and other issues that affect other people's life, like how the society, that particular society functions. Now, if you have other companies that are coming into the what you call it in Dubai, and they're establishing themselves and they're trying to bring in the Western ideology and the idea, the importance of diversity and inclusion in those companies, is because they want to bring awareness and the importance of actually having that, because they believe very much in equality and human rights, that everybody deserves a fair chance, a fair opportunity to actually go up the social ladder. We all come from different social class from this platform, different level of education, different skill sets that we have, and we are all impacting each other having these conversations. Believe me or not, these conversations are reshaping people's mindset. They are actually pushing people to actually look within themselves and look at skills that they have that they've not tapped into, like untapped resources. Do you know what I mean? So even if you're in UAA, what you call it, in Dubai, I don't know which part of the world you're in, or some people called in, they said they were from, I don't know, some people are saying they're from France, some people are saying they're in
We
you
had
know.
Saudi, we had France, we had that man said he's from where? Ghanaian.
Yes, from Kuwait, as I think I've heard that as well. So the
Yeah.
thing is, in this part of the world, you will face discrimination. You will face racism. There's challenges here. You can still have a certain level of education and still experience biases and prejudice, but you need to make up your mind that not everybody you would meet that would not have a positive interaction. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's racially motivated. You need to remove that barrier from your mindset. I know it's very difficult, and I'm not trying to say that I am going to say, oh, people's personal experiences don't count. Do you get me? Racism and discrimination will happen. Even in our nation, if you don't know someone at the top, you can't get in. I've heard girls and men and women who want jobs in Cameroon that they're being asked to actually they want to be vetted by other people. They want to knock. People want to ta-ta-ta with them before they'll give them jobs. Do you get me? There is always barriers in all these systems. There's barriers that are people that have positions in power. There are people in positions in power who have power because of where they are in Cameroon that others can't get in. They would rather refer their family or friends and stuff like that. Those barriers are unique within every nation. If you come abroad, you will face a completely different level you have a different experience. But the only thing is that if you're in this part of the world, you come in, you're an international student, for example, or you don't have the status in that country, you don't have a citizenship, your education level, let's say, for example, in Ireland, third level education as an international student, you pay 12,000 euros. But if you're a national, you pay 3,000. Do you get me? In Dubai, you were explaining, I was trying to relate the differences and similarities within the systems. And I said, hold on a minute. It's similar. Childcare is very expensive here. So you see couples who will tell you, oh, I'd rather my wife or one person, if the person makes enough to actually stay with our babies at home, then one person can stay back and look after the children. The childcare system is also very expensive. There are opportunities. The only thing is this, if you have your citizenship, you try the very, very best to push through those barriers. Don't let anything limit you. In the UAE, you were saying that you can have Cameroon passport and somebody could come in and they're British. They might choose the British person over you because why do they value? They see your passport as being inferior because you have an African passport, and they would rather choose somebody who is still of African descent, but that person is British. So you can see they've placed more value on the British passport as well. But if you're here and you have your citizenship, you go to college, you get qualifications. I'm telling you, when I went back to study, before I even ended my program, I already had doors open for me.
Wow.
People are asking me left, front, and back to come and work. Now I have to choose. Now that's one thing. Here you can get your citizenship. In that part of the world where you're in, it doesn't matter how many years you stay in there, from what I heard. Will you be granted the citizenship in Dubai? Would you?
No.
Okay, now that's a disadvantage to you. So when you're planning, strategically position yourself and say, okay, these people will never give me the citizenship. What will I do? I need to have a plan. And that's why I like Think Me. Think Like Me. I don't know what's his name. He was here earlier on.
Think with me.
Think with me. He gives great ideas and he makes you think outside the box, and he doesn't believe in limiting beliefs and limitations that you set for yourself, which I think every point that everybody made is valid. Even the teacher that came on, she's a realist and she's looking at people who earn different salaries. Remember, couple A, couple B, couple C would have three different salaries, three different level of education. They come from different socioeconomic background. So every individual situation, is unique to that person. Your situation is different from the next party next to you. So when we try not to throw a blanket statement to cover everybody, because it minimizes people's experiences. Does that make sense? But if they come in and they can say, okay, I can grab something from Think Like Me, I can grab something from Teacher, and see how I can combine those information and see what I could get the best out of it, and see how this information could help me, and look at it. Does it apply to my situation? Can it help me? Maybe it might not work for me. Like the young lady came in, she said you network with people that are greater than yourself, who have experience, who also have much more knowledge, more knowledgeable than you are, so you can learn and you can grow from them. You meet people that will look at you and they would say, this is what's within you. I can spend time with you, just hours with you, and I'll tell you, Mather, you are a great public speaker. I would start identifying skills that you don't even know. There are people here who are great public speakers, but they don't know they can monetize that. There are people here who are fantastic chefs and cooks that they can make multiple streams of income on the side. That's something I've done. I've done fish and plantain. I'm telling you. Me, I can cook. I can never go hungry. I can sell water and make money.
You see why I love this your tough life gang.
I
I
can
love
sell.
this life, guys. When the life is not going soft, we go the hard way. I love people with
Do
names like this. They are flexible.
you know what I mean? You have to be open-minded and flexible. You can say, you know what? Me, I can sell puff puff. I'm not kidding you.
Why not?
Me,
You
ah,
soft
I can.
life, soft life. You see this Dubai. People call me grandma, and I have accepted it. Why? Because I do almost everything. I have my job, but I don't focus on that. I'm selling, this our African kaba. I have it. If you message me, all these bachelors who are here and they say they don't have kitchen, I tell them my kitchen is your kitchen. Just message me. If I have the time, I'll confirm with you that yes, your food will be ready. I'll prepare it for you. You give my money. It's not much, but it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's still another multiple.
Yeah.
You don't have to limit yourself. You need to really look within yourself and say, what is my interest? If you dig deep within yourself and you sit down and grab a pen and a paper and you start exploring, okay, how can I invest? What can I go in? Look into different things. Look into listen, there are many people that you can come together and partner with and start up something. Somebody made a suggestion in the comment section about creating jobs in Africa. If we
Yeah.
had companies that we created job for our youths. Most of
Mm,
our youths that are hanging out in the streets and have a lot of issues that are going wrong, sometimes they say it's lack of employment. Maybe some will tell you they don't have the income to start. Now,
mm,
you can either provide a service or a product. You see my hands, I'm a hairstylist. I'm a qualified hair extensionist as well.
mm,
So I'm flexible because you've invested in yourself. You've spent
mm.
time to develop a skill. If you don't have it, you develop it. Do you get me? You
Yeah.
develop yourself, you learn it. I learned how to do hair as a really young girl. No matter where I go, I can never go hungry. I can
Never.
never. I've
Never.
gone back to study not because it was great fun, but I knew what was going to come out of it. Do you get me? Now
Mm.
nobody can take that degree away from me because I have set myself up. Do you know what I mean? In a way that even if one thing fails, my family can be saying, oh no, we ain't got no food today. The other day I saw perfumes online, Martha, on a website in Ireland that they were selling them half price. Immediately, do you know what I started thinking? I was thinking, if I get them at a lower deal right now and retail that same Dolce Gabbana perfume or Paco Rabanne that is being put on half price, if you invest and buy, let's say you set aside, let's say 300,000 and you
Mm.
or 200,000, that's how much in euros, maybe say 500 or 300 euro, and you buy a little amount and retail it at a different time, people will buy it. You just need to grab the opportunities that are coming your way. If you don't
Yeah.
have the money, grab whatever you have in front of you. Start little. Do you get me? Don't be waiting. If it's selling cups, if it's you saying, okay, I can clean, or I know somebody that started the cleaning. She was cleaning someone's house. That person referred her to another couple, and then the other couple brought in another couple. Now
Wow.
she's getting established.
Mm.
She has multiple clients. Now she can't serve everybody. Now she's recruiting people. She's recruiting people to come and work. Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Yeah.
Because her reputation and her cleaning is up to standard. If
Mm.
your cleaning is different from the next person cleaning next door, and the way I clean and I lift everything up, I clean. Let me tell you, if that person goes back there and they say that's the kind of cleaning Soft Life offers, she cleans thoroughly, which means she's going to train her staff to make sure
Yeah.
they clean and bring up to that standard. Do you get
Mm.
me? And they would come in and clean. This person started with one client. This is somebody who was really broke. The whole community, you don't need to stretch out far. Look just within your vicinity, your community itself, and say how many
Mm.
couples are here, how many of them need cleaning. Some people, they're too tired, they can't clean.
Yeah.
You start building your clientele and you start growing. Now she can't even serve everybody. She has to recruit people to actually do the job. You have nannies in Cameroon, people looking for nannies constantly, and you start up an agency where you recruit all these children, younger people. Some of them, their families can't afford to send them in school. I understand. Maybe they
Mm.
can do that job temporarily, and you make sure all those details and you have procedures and things in place. It's just that we don't like structure. We don't like to sit down and plan thoroughly. One thing I don't learn about Oyibo people is that they take their time. If they take 15 years to put a plan in place, they've done their thorough analysis. They've done the research. They don't want to cut corners. They can send
Mm.
somebody in Cameroon to study in there for 10 years and they're coming with a purpose and they're intentional about everything they do. Everything they do. You will send a child to go and work in a house. You don't know the background of that child. You don't know you're sending that child there to go and work. You've not thoroughly vetted these people. You make sure that you hold these people accountable if something goes wrong with that person that you're sending over. If the child is going there, this is the contract, this is the agreement. We need to be creative and think outside the box. Thinking outside the box and not always thinking we're the victim. I'm not always going to say every white person that doesn't treat me, doesn't like me, or treats me in a way, it's associate that to racially motivated. I used to think like that. I don't think like that. Some people, they don't like it just because of personality clash. Personality, you just don't get along.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let that get in between, because you need to be business minded. If you're there for the mullah, you need to think like somebody. Get your emotions outside the and put in the bin. Show your emotions at the door, my friend. It doesn't have to be racially motivated. It's the
Because
truth.
you're focused, yeah.
Your focus, your main goal is to sit there. You can do nails. Nails, you will not go and learn how to do nails.
Never.
Cooking, you're not there. Skincare, you're not there. You're crying that you're hungry every day. You're asking people to send you money. You can cook. You can cook for birthday parties, anniversaries, birthday occasions. You can bake cake. We can't. If we set up an organization where we provide training for these young people to come in and learn skills, they will be self-sustainable rather than you feeding them constantly because we're teaching them how to fish.
Soft life. See, people don't understand this. You know, I keep doing some of these things and I'll put them on my status. I forgot about the fact that I have some colleagues. Most of my colleagues are Europeans, some are Americans. But I wasn't even thinking about them, that they are viewing my status. And can you imagine now when I go to work, some of them are like, I want to taste your food. I want to taste your food.
There you go.
Now, we have a colleague that is she's about to wed, and now some of them are requesting that they need some African dishes, and are referring her to Martha. That I used
There
to
you
see.
go.
Yeah, okay.
Very good. Very good. Carry on. Carry on. I'm listening. That's really good, girl.
Yeah. Some of them are insisting that they want to taste African dishes because they usually see it on Martha's status. So it means he has to come back to me to tell me, I want to see some of those dishes. Can you prepare them for my wedding? Because our colleagues want to taste them. And I was like, okay, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I know a
Yeah.
lady here, she did a master. She works for a company. She works for a company in this place in Ireland. Let me tell you, she's an accountant. And this woman doesn't have a bare minimum position in the organization. She's at the top. This woman baked, one of them shared a story. I think there was a lady that shared a story on YouTube. And she made meat pie and actually went to the company. Her colleagues tasted it. Now, every event they have, the orders are taken from her. Can you believe that? So she has to bake meat pie for the whole entire event that are
Mm-hmm.
coming up. So that's how you get a contract. Now you
Yeah.
have a contract with one company, and then another company is telling you, "Oh, we really like that. It tastes really, really good." Now every event that's coming, they say, "Okay, we would like to have some of your meat pie in our company. We do finger foods. I do spring rolls, for example, just finger foods. If you
Mm-hmm.
have a party or let's say a wedding, or my friends would have a gathering, most of the time when they have engagements, for example, or they have bridal shower and they say, "Oh, would you like to make some food for us?" I could tell you, yes, I could make you 1,000, or could make you maybe, let's say, 300 what you call it, not fish roll, but spring rolls. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And you think
Yeah.
outside the box. You have ideas, my dear. If you look within you, you have untapped resources within yourself. You just need to look within. I like
Mm.
fashion. And I said, you know what? This year, I'm not going to limit myself. Me, I like to dress very well. I am literally going in to partner with one of my friends to start some line, because I don't want to restrict myself. This is where your interest. Write down all those things you're interested in a piece of paper. Start ex- exploring them. Start exploring them.
Soft
You
life.
come up, yeah.
Soft life, you're speaking my language. You are speaking my language. I'm sorry to interject. I never interrupt people's conversations. I'm really sorry for any,
It's
don't take it
okay.
offensive, but this is the kind of language that I speak. This is the kind of language we Africans have to speak. This is the kind of language that soldiers speak. We speak language of moving forward, of persistence, of aggression. PT
Oh,
party is not for Africans, my dear. You're speaking my language. Thank you. Always, this is the kind of atmosphere. I hate doomsday. I hate prophets of doom. This is the kind of environment that is going to shake a person in his small comfort zone and challenge you to move better. We don't care if all these things, but really, this is. I wish women could have this kind of mind or mindset, okay, and keep pushing. You know, she's even bringing things like nails, hair. You see, this is a woman that is thinking like a man, but still taking part to be a lady. This is the
True.
kind of intellect that is going to change the continent. Thank you, my sister. Bravo, bravo. In fact,
I
Martha,
know.
just something to consider. We need to have a day where people come and give their testimonies. People need to come and tell us that from the things we started sharing since March, how have they changed their lives? What have they done? The things that
Yeah.
Soft Life has talked about, the things that Teacher B or anybody has talked about, what have you picked from all these conversations and how has it changed your life? We need to hear more and more and more of these positive things because positivity will always change. Negativity will always break. Thanks, thanks.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Go on, sir. Go on.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, like, you could sit here and say, no. I sat here in my house and I say, what skills do I have? And I looked at my hands. I said, look at, you have skills in your hands. I can do hair. I'm telling you, I do my own hair by myself. And this all came because of tough places I found myself in. My mother passed away, yeah, and I had to literally stand on my feet. I had to figure out a way to survive because listen, we ain't got no time to be crying here. You know, you don't have time to be doing nonsense because you need to survive. So I started developing myself and I started doing one or two things. And I started, see, I have clients that will book me in. They will book me in to get their hair done at my schedule. I work. I work. I have two sons I'm raising, two sons. All right. Now, I'm not raising my kids to have a mindset that, to strictly think education is crucial. It's very important. Yes, you will be educated, but I want them to think like entrepreneurs. Do you get me? My youngest is very big, very much big into art as well. So there are so many things and all these things, to be honest, are things I learned through the hard times and extreme brainstorming that I had to sit down with myself and say, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. Do you know what I mean? We don't curse last. Everybody was laughing.
Oh God, Mr. Think with me. He's just a handful.
Yeah.
Trust me.
No, you have to try and be willing to train other people. Like now, I said I wouldn't just, even if I have to train other people, I'm not gonna think, oh, I'm gonna train just maybe women of color. Do you know what I was thinking? I looked
Please,
at,
please excuse me, Soft Life. We have
yes,
a
darling.
Nisi 49 here, and he has something
Oh
to
yeah.
say. Just give him a
All right,
minute.
Nisi.
Hello,
All right,
Nisi.
Nisi. But
Unmute
thank
yourself.
you guys. I'll just mute myself now. Thank
Please,
you so
Soft Life.
much.
We need you to continue on this on Friday.
I will come back, sis.
Please, please, please. Please, Nisi, greetings to you.
Hi everyone.
Hi,
Hello, good
thanks for
evening.
joining.
Yeah, tonight is exceptional and really great. I'm grateful for this opportunity and everyone have spoken well. I'll just touch on a few things and talking about public speaking. Soft Life had mentioned that in her speaking. I would like to meet Soft Life. I have a platform where we recruit some people to speak in a teaching environment where they are paid 500 dirhams per day, and she speaks the way I want, and these are the ways they want teachers to speak in that. Sorry, I'm not being biased here, but I don't know how to connect with you, Martha, to get her contact if possible. Soft Life,
She
if you are
lives in the
hearing me.
UAE.
Okay, she lives here, right? She lives in
No,
Dubai?
no, she's not
Oh
in
my
Dubai.
God. Oh, okay. It's okay. No worries. And one more thing. I also lecture. I would like to give a few people some certificate training. I'm
Okay.
really pained hearing here and there people need to upgrade, people need to step up with their skill sets, and we have done some training free of charge to some people in a few weeks ago, and it's on project management. And if anyone would like to do certificate for free, I know Africans who have obtained their degrees in this country They thought they will never get their degrees. But after meeting a few people close to me, actually I'm giving a kudos to Prince Adetobi because of the way he spoke and
Mm.
how he encouraged people, those who he sees and discover talents in them and encourages them and they take up the challenge. That is what we need also. We need this a lot to encourage each other. Some people don't even know what to do to just get off that level. They
Yeah.
don't know they need to just do a little thing, take this little step, and that's it. So I just want to get like 5 people, but it will be online. If anyone is interested, it will be certified by a university, and it will be a certificate course. And if we can get connected, what's my name? Oh, Soft Life is not
Morning.
in
I'm
Dubai.
I'm going to message you. I will follow you, message you, and
Sure.
because I have Teacher B already, and even Soft Life. She says she can fly over, that she can come.
Where is
So
she? Where is she right now?
I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, she's in the US.
No, I am in Europe
Ah,
actually. No, I'm in
Okay.
Europe.
Okay.
I'm in Ireland, so don't worry. We can talk later on. I'll send you a message in your DM and then we can actually
sure,
explore
sure.
what's going on. Don't worry.
We have D.
Okay, good.
We have D already. We have Teacher B. I myself am
Okay,
one. Yes. So you have 3 persons
okay,
already.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure, sure. So we can soft life. I would like you to think about it because I wouldn't like you to stress yourself if it's not convenient, if it's not gonna pay you, and you're just coming for this alone. I wouldn't advise. But if you're coming, if you have the intention to come to the UAE, that will be a good win-win. You will be killing a bird with
Two birds,
two birds with one stone.
one stone. Yeah.
Sorry, so that would be good. So um, we'll be looking forward to speak. Okay, and about loan, I had an experience. I wouldn't advise if you're not, if you don't have a good financial knowledge, to go for loans if you don't know how to discipline yourself with money, and if you don't have a viable business with which you will make much profit. If you're not sure of your business, if you don't have good feasibility study rather on whatever you're going for, I wouldn't recommend loan, please. You will dig yourself more into the pit. I'm telling you, you may not be easily, you can't find it easy to come out of the pit. So I would just advise you can save some money, and if you want to try a business, and just don't go into a debt because you're going into business, please. That's my take about loan.
Hello,
And
ma. Please, we have a question here from the
encourage,
legend and
yeah.
Mr. Alex. They're asking if it's only for ladies.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Everyone, in fact,
It
even
means
graduates,
you have five
you
already.
want to develop yourself more. That's 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take 5. Let's take 5 for now. We have to agree on a common course, one
Okay.
course for everybody, and yeah, for free. Please put that on me.
We have Teacher
Okay,
B.
I won't speak too much. You can send me message.
Hi,
I don't
Lizzie.
know if
Sure, I
Some
will. I'm
question
taking
for
their
you.
names.
I
I'm
don't know if
taking
you
their
can hear
names.
me.
Teacher B,
Lizzie,
you're saying
That's
something?
four.
yeah, I have some questions. What is the course about? Is it like a CPD or a training, or what is it about?
Project project management, leadership,
Yeah.
certificates in these areas, customer service.
No, okay, I get. Is there like anything related to the field of education?
Oh yeah, education. I don't know if they will permit free. You understand? But
Don't mind
there should
paying.
be,
I
but
pay for
I don't
CPD
think it will
300,
be free
500
for free.
dirhams. Even if it's paid, I don't mind. If it's a CPD that will give me a
Sure, sure,
certificate, I don't mind. There's
sure,
this
sure.
one thing, guys.
Okay,
Let me just. You finish, Nizzy. Sorry, finish. Then I'll say what I want to say.
yeah, please go on. Go on, please. Speak
There's
on.
this one thing. You guys know I always share with you what I do with my life, my experiences with you people. So there is this thing I'm building. If you know me, I have a file in my house. I call it my. I can say what's the right name for this? My career file. If I'm going for, say, an interview or something, I have that file with me all the time. And that file, it has a statement of purpose inside, my personal written statement of purpose. It has my CV, it has my qualifications, it has CPDs that I have done related to my career. So if I go to an interview, for example, per se, and someone wants to know about me, I can just hand that file to the person, and the person flips through each and every page of it. You start with my CV. You go to, maybe if I have a reference later, or maybe I won Employee of the Month, I have maybe a success card, or maybe gift cards from my parents or my kids from school. Anything related to a positive remark related to my
Like
career,
a profile,
a profile. I
full
put all
profile.
those things in that file. So if, let's say, a prospective employer tells me, oh, I want to know about you, I give that person that file. The first page, you see my CV. The next page, you see a motivation letter. I call it my statement of purpose. The next page, you will see my achievements. Maybe you see my qualifications first, and then after my qualifications, you see where I have worked before, my experience later. If I work in a school and I want to leave the school, I always tell the school to give me an experience letter. That is for if you've been of good behavior. So I always like go to the manager or the owner of the school to just write a letter for me saying, okay, I worked with you, I was of good behavior, and we regret that you're leaving. Some things nice. So
Yeah.
I take that later, I add it in my file. I'm building that file. Any good thing that comes to me, say if I win, like and maybe at work I was an employee of the month. They in my school they give you something like a card, a certificate for best employee. You get things like that, you laminate them, you put them, you build that file. The bigger and the thicker that file is, that gives you a very good advantage as an employee. It's a very easy way to market yourself. When you go to an interview, you don't need to talk. The employer will go through, oh wow, this is your CV, these are your qualifications. Wow, you worked with this. Wow, at the end of the year, your children gave you these cards. They wrote these nice things about you. Wow, so the person just flips through and he gets to know more about you. Where do I get most of these things? It is from CPDs like what Nizi is sharing here right now. I know most of us, once we have jobs already, we don't really care what next. We are just into the job, into the job. I cannot tell you how much I invest in CPDs every month. Like every month, you should try to put the money out there, learn different things. My alma mater, where I did my catch course, I have subscribed to them. Every month they send me a list of CPDs that they are offering, they're organizing. Some I pay 50 dirhams, some I pay 100, some I pay 750, some I pay 75. All these things, I'm not just doing them because I just want to throw money away. I'm
You have
building
money
my
to throw
file.
away.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
building my file. And when you pay, and it's not something difficult. You just sit with them on Zoom. They do the training for 2, 3, 4 hours, and they give you a
Yeah,
certificate.
true. True, true,
You
true.
just sit with them, they talk to you, give you the training 2, 3, 4 hours, and you get 2 or 3 certificates put in your file. You never know where this thing will help you get a job
Yeah,
or
yeah,
make
yeah,
you get
yeah.
an added
I'm telling
advantage
you.
over someone in a
See,
workplace.
Teacher B, some folks were able to get their master's, MBA, like this same way, and now they're doing adjunct faculties. They are teaching part time. And getting these things as you're building, you're putting yourself in the right place. When opportunities come, they meet you prepared. There's no going and coming back, nothing like that. Nobody will refuse you, except maybe it's not the best timing yet. And even beyond here, maybe someone's destiny is not here in the UAE, but outside here, I'm telling you, you'll be a hot cake.
Mm.
You'll be you. There's no way you will be refused. Nobody can put you aside. So if you guys have been able to get their degrees in this way, they gave them there's this scholarship which was given 2 years ago. In 1 year 6 months, they were able to finish up bachelors. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you, because they've got experiences. They've worked in different. In fact, one of them was a vulcanizer, but he had polytechnic degree. He has a ND from where he was coming from, and he's working as this dry taxi vulcanizer. That's where condition put him, but
Mm-hmm.
he was able to pay 700, 750, 800 every month from his 1,500 salary. In 1 year 3 months or to 6 months, I can't remember, he was able to get a certified not certificate, degree from an accredited university, not even in the UAE, because they are very expensive, but
Yeah.
he was able to attend classes and got his degree. Nobody is too little, or no one
Mm-hmm.
is disadvantaged to upgrade. It's just who you're staying with, those who you surround yourselves with, what are their priorities.
I'm
You will
listening to
look
you.
like them.
Have to take
Whatever
my
they
mind.
do, you will be like them. And
Mm-hmm.
luck be yours if you meet people like Prince Adetobi, if you meet people like Teacher B, if you meet people like Mata Gift, you'll be raising your bars. You'll be raising your bar. Don't feel like you are disadvantaged. Are you hearing me, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
I think my network is very low. My
No,
my
it's okay.
bandwidth
It's
is
not
bad.
visible enough.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sure. It's clear.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes,
Perfect.
ma'am, we
Yeah,
can.
we can
Okay.
hear you. Looks like she's
don't
saying
don't
it before.
think low of yourself. This is how we are relegated sometimes, and it pushes us to go beyond limits and make us better. Either
Yeah.
in the US or wherever, who was seen as a nobody in his class. They
Mm.
were always putting him behind, and he pushed himself beyond. And he was the first surgeon to I think operate a conjoined twins successfully. That
Wow.
is how we get pushed, and we become better. Don't take it on a negative light. Make sure you are making something good out of it. Sometimes we don't wake up until we are pushed this way. This is what I have to say. Martha, we will meet up again.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I will. I will do the follow up. And
Uh,
wow,
and
thank
I
you so
want,
much.
let me say something regarding this course doing, people doing studying courses in the UAE. I realize a lot of people will come and say, "Oh, I want to do a course in this. I want to do a course in this." Guys, be very close, very good attention to doing these courses. It's good to do courses, but I will share a personal experience I had with someone. I think the person met me through your show, Martha, and the lady came to my inbox and she said she has she has the qualification, the teaching qualification, cash level 3. She wants to be a teacher.
I was like, okay, how much did you pay for the course? She said 1,500 dirhams. I was like, wait, what? She said, yeah, she paid 1,500. And then I said, can I see your certificate, what you have? She gave me something that even me, I can sit and do it on Microsoft Word in the next 10 minutes. I can do it. I told her, when you're doing courses in the UAE, please, one thing you need to understand, what are the regulating bodies that regulate your field? For example, let me say, for example, the field of education. The regulating bodies are the KHDA, the Ministry of Education, those are the regulating bodies. So if you are doing a certificate, that's you should check first thing. The school that is giving you're doing that course with, is it approved by the KHDA? That's the first thing you should check. Secondly, the certificate they're giving you, is it approved by the KSDA? It same goes to every other industry. I know the nursing industry, they deal with DHA, the DHA. They will always tell you you should be DHA certified, Dubai Health Authority certified. Check in your industry, food and beverages, those with F&B, what are the regulating bodies that are regulating that field in the UAE? So whatever certificate you're doing, whatever thing I want to do when it comes to the field of education, I will I'll always ask myself, is this thing KSGA certified? Like, can I present it and you see that the school that has given me the certificate, is it certified by the KSGA? Is it authorized to even present or provide that course? These are some details. This is a course I spent 18,000 to do. Somebody is presenting a certificate to tell me she did it for 1,500.
1,500.
I told her I don't know this course, and I asked her how long did you do it. She told me 4 weeks. I told her I did 1 year. This is something I did for a year. I wrote projects, even for defense. You use one thing to do with my sister. Which school or whoever gave you this document, don't go and present it somewhere. I'm so sorry. And to
Guys,
be to be honest,
you all have swallowed my time. You've swallowed my time. Have you checked the time? You guys, you don't feel for me. You don't feel for me. You don't love me. Chai.
love you that
Martha,
I'm
Yes,
leaving.
sir.
I'm leaving already.
I have a question. I have a question for teacher B. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Thanks for
Uh,
Good
yeah,
evening.
thank you. All right, I have a question for teacher B. Those of you talking a lot about courses now. Now, my question goes, what courses? When you guys talk about courses exactly, what the benefits or what? How do you differentiate these courses? Let me just put it this way: how do you guys differentiate these courses now? For example, I'm a safety professional, about 11 years in UAE as a safety professional. Now, my courses I focus mostly on my field of safety. Now, when you guys are into safety, when you guys are into what you are, your field, when you do courses, because I see a lot of courses in UAE, you will see some courses with expiration date. Okay, 1 year, 2 years, KHD approved, and you have to renew. So, what are the benefits of such courses? Courses that will expire in 2 days, in 2 years, or whatever. Why do you guys enroll in such courses that will expire in 2 years?
Your license, not like the course is expiring. Maybe you're renewing. You need a supervisor who is like following you up.
Martha, let me answer him. Bro, I understand the question very well. For example, I did the first aid CPR course, and when I finished, they gave me a card. I think it was a card that permits me. It's one of the requirements. If you're working as a teacher, you need to do that first aid course, the CPR course. And the certificate they gave me, they told me it's going to expire after 2 years. And I was like, doesn't mean my knowledge, I will cease to know how to perform first aid after 2 years because I don't understand. Why is the certificate?
Yes, no, yeah, because for me, what I came to realize is people do not really understand the difference into this thing. It is better to go. There are different. There's a difference between a course and a certificate.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. When you go in for a course, know that something that will last 1 or 2 years. You have to renew it. But when you're going for a certificate, then know that it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime qualification, or that will last for a lifetime. You don't need to renew it. So a lot of people, when they don't know how to differentiate these two, especially when you are going for something which is a professional course or a professional career, you are going for a certificate mostly. Though we say courses, but no, if you're going for a courses, no, don't be surprised that at the end of 2 years you will need to go in for renewal or recertify it.
No, I'm blessed. I think
Yeah.
I was even talking about
Can
this,
I talk some?
it's not really about this main courses. I was talking about CPDs. CPDs are this it's your what you do to boost your career, building your file, additional developments, personal developments that you do to boost your career. But if it comes to a real course, please check how
Yeah.
legit, check how qualified, how the certificate, the authenticity of of the school that is even offering you, the center itself. People
Mm-hmm.
don't know there are regulating bodies in this country. Some people don't even know health and safety, even up to the school, food and beverages, every part of this UAE has a regulating body. And if you have a certificate, they will always want to check if it is approved by that regulating body. So we're just trying to encourage people
Okay.
who want to do
Okay.
this that
Okay.
will
Okay.
add to their CV. You should
All
check
right.
the CPT you're doing is approved by that
Thank
body.
you so much. Thank you for clarifying that with Mr. Ambles. Mr. Ambles, are you satisfied?
Yeah, I get it very well.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr.
Someone has a question. The hostess, she says she's confused on which courses she can take, enroll on. I don't know. There's a lady that
Hey, sir,
hosting.
I don't know your field. I don't know your field, but if I know your field, I can give you maybe thoughts on what to do. But I've posted some. Sorry, Master. Are you going to work tomorrow? Sorry, we love you. We are leaving soon.
Not want to go and eat.
Don't slap us here. Sorry.
Thank God. Yeah, no,
Also,
you
please,
need to be picking.
please, I know your field. I can help you, but I think I've posted some links on my site, on my page, for those who were
Ma-
housing, bartender, and teachers
Teacher,
and logistics.
teacher, I remember once I asked you about if you guys have a forum for professional teachers in the here in UAE on WhatsApp, and you said yes, and I said okay, I would like to talk to you about that because I have someone who's a teacher and she's interested to get more highlight to join such a forum so she can get a lot of input from it also.
Please,
I told you once, remember, right? You told me that you guys have a forum for teachers,
let's go and
professional teachers.
Hello,
Sorry.
Mr. Unbogable. Please unmute yourself and talk to us.
Teacher, is
I
it okay?
want to hear.
I'll call you. I'll message you. I will call you on. I'll call you on that seriously, please. Is it okay?
you can check my bill. My email is there. Send me an email or a
All
DM.
right, I'll drop you an email. Yeah, I'll drop you an email. That's better. No
Thank you
problem.
guys so much.
Hello, how are you?
For you.
Welcome.
How are you guys? Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much for welcoming me. I'm new here, but my question goes to I'm blessed, or maybe generally everyone who is listening right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, and the ones on the comment. I have a degree from Kenya. I'm from Kenya actually. I have a degree
Uh-huh.
certificate. Yeah, in conservation biology course. I did conservation biology course, but then I'm supposed to take a short course, yeah, the continuous professional development course, that is, yeah, in Dubai. and I'm confused. Which course can I go for in order to at least boost my career? Yeah.
For me, I always think of what you're good at. All right, then going for what you think you can. For me, I look at you. All right, I believe my way of thinking is quite a little bit different. I believe I can do anything. That's my way of thinking. Why there's in cap, why there's in cap, why there's in cap means money. Guy,
Yeah.
I will invest no matter what, how much it costs. Then I will study it, put my head in this study, make sure I grab everything, then to understand, then get into it. Yeah, I'm for example, I'm a safety professional. For example, I've been hearing a lot about IT, and I see there's a lot of opportunity in IT. Okay, and there are courses in IT which I've been enrolling currently. All right, and I'm about to finish because I look at other future opportunities because I know there's money there. So for me, as long as I know there is money and I can do it, I go for it. So that's the way I think. So it depends on what, if you know you can do what you want, what you see you're attracted to, then you go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know for how long has this forum been running, because I actually want to participate in it. If it's on a daily basis or maybe once in a week or twice in a week, maybe enlighten us. Martha Gift, kindly.
Host, it's twice a
Yes.
week. He's
What?
asking how long I mean your show. You mean the show?
Yeah, sure. The
It's
forum.
twice a week.
No, we are live twice a week, Wednesday
Yeah.
and Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay. 7 to 9 p.m. That is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad to join.
So you
Glad
see
to
things
join.
on Friday.
Uh-huh. I just
Yeah.
followed you, and I would like to follow most of us, the ones that are actually interested
Wow,
on
thank you
this.
so
It's a
much.
good.
Guys, I
Yeah.
appreciate you all. See, you've used 1 hour, 2 minutes of my time. So good night to everyone. See you guys
My
on
friend, you need to
Friday.
increase the time more. Yeah, either
Thank
What?
increase the
you.
days or increase the time. I know it's not easy to host.
See, don't make a they can't chase me out of Mama Ray
Tomorrow I
house.
want to see you. Tomorrow I want to see you my birthday for life.
Good night, guys. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. See you guys on
Good night.
Friday.
Thank you.
Sister
Thank you
B,
for
please, if
hosting.
there's any topic you want us to discuss on, you can let me know, Mr. Amblet Abeg. Live, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Unbogable, Jesus.
Sure.
See, you help me with the pronunciation of that your name.
It's unbogable.
Okay.
Just the way you said it, yeah.
All right. All right. Please,
Yeah.
if you guys have any topic you want us to discuss about, you can let me know ahead of time so I can make a
Yeah.
video about it and people will prepare themselves before coming. Let's keep
Okay.
sharing. People are learning. I'm so
Uh,
happy. Last week
uh,
we had Sister Tutu Felani from Nigeria, and this time
Yeah.
around we have Mr. Onbogebu here, and I'm sure there are several others who haven't even come to say yes, it's from here. And since Mr. Think with me was saying we should come up with a day where people have to come and testify that yes, since March or it's April that we started this program, I learned this. This has changed about my
teacher said
life.
let's talk about building relationship in diaspora. Okay.
What?
No, maybe she mean a professional relationship, not a relationship. Teacher, I mean, I hope you believe you're talking about professional relationship because if you're
Okay.
talking about this the relationship we know, then that's the
Okay.
got me out.
Okay.
Maybe she's talking about professional relationship, then that's fine.
He says, let's talk about building relationships in the diaspora. So we'll be discussing about building professional relationships in the diaspora. She says
Yeah,
various types of pros and cons. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
that's interesting. Oh, thank you so much,
All
and
right. Good night,
see
everyone.
you on Friday. All right, God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
host.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Martha. I'll
Thank
talk to you
Bye.
you.
Good
again,
night.
okay?
Thank you,
I'll talk to you on your
Southside.
DMs.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sis.